Olympic Hero Kurt Angle, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast.
Yo, listen, this is the best wrestler alive, Platinum Max, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast.
Hey everybody, Eric Bischoff here, and you are listening to We Are Wrestling podcast.
Hello everyone, this is Nunzio, former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, and you're watching We Are Wrestling podcast.
We Are Wrestling podcast. Check them out, man.
Stay tuned, listen to the podcast. Best one, Donnie might teach you a thing or two.
We Are Wrestling. And if you don't listen to it, then it's one-on-one with The Undertaker. Featuring your hosts, Dan Eddy and Donnie. We Are Wrestling.
What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself. And still, We Are Wrestling champion, the best one, Donnie, here with...
What is going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs worldwide. It has been here, Rage Circus, Uncle Ben, America's favorite punching bag, you know, the other third of the We Are Wrestling podcast. How you guys doing today? We got a great show ahead for you guys. But before we get into that, Dan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. I am back. I got a new haircut. I am feeling good, and I'm ready to be talking wrestling again here.
Same.
Yeah, you got a haircut too.
Hey, brothers. Yeah. We all got fresh cuts, and we are here live on a Wednesday evening, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like always. But before we get into this stacked episode of the We Are Wrestling podcast, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already and you're listening to this episode, wherever you get your podcast, give us a 5-star review, not just any review, a best one review, and download the episode and give us a follow. But if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, over on the YouTube channel where you get the best pro wrestling content and you're not a part of there's no laughing during this part.
Gotcha.
The thousands of subscribers. We recommend you guys to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications. Videos will be coming out of nowhere like an RKO. And of course, you already know the grind is real.
Oh, yeah.
All gas, no breaks, not I mean. Yeah.
We got lots of maniacs here in the live chat. We got Bradley. What is going on? Alex Johnson. What's up, everybody? Always be a loyal We Are Wrestling Maniac. Oh, yeah. We know, Alex. We know. We got Eric Ellington in here. What is going on? Oh, man.
Man, I'm gonna be completely honest, bro. I was laughing because I totally caught you fucking like either get choked up on a word or like fucking...
I know. I choked on it because I decided to take a sip of my Arizona before we right towards the end of the intro. I got caught in my vocals.
I heard it. I was just like, oh.
But you see, like the true professional that I am, I follow through with it.
He no-sold that shit.
That is why I am the host with the most here.
We do a lot.
Sell that shit at all, bro.
But how's everything been with you guys? Like, I feel like it's been a while since it's been us three.
Professionally, great. Real life, it's been shaky, but you know, we ball. I'm still here.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
How's it going with you, Dan?
I gotta agree. It's been a while since I've been on the podcast, and it feels like it's been a while for us to do the podcast, even. But I've been doing good. Yeah, right. I just been doing some work, and football's coming back, so I'm excited for that too. But we're talking wrestling here, and yeah, I'm just excited to hang out with you guys again. Missed you guys.
Missed you. Always.
You're excited for football. Your Packers aren't doing anything this season.
Oh,
What's
you
your
have to
team?
throw the shade.
I always have
That's what
to.
your team was.
We did,
That's what
Eddie.
your team was.
Oh, my team's the LA Rams. We're going to the Super Bowl this year, baby.
Did you say
Stafford's
that
already
the last
hurt.
6 years, and they haven't been in the Super Bowl in like the last 6 years?
They were actually in, I believe, 2016. Yeah, within the last 10 years for sure. I know that.
Well, we
like
won.
the LA
I think
Rams?
we're Super Bowl champs. So
Yeah,
it was
LA
like
Rams, yeah.
2021 or 2022. I forgot what year. I get those mixed up.
Yeah, you got me there. Why the
Josh
LA
Toy Show,
Rams?
what's up?
Scrote with the most. Yep, scrote with the most. Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I will say it does feel good to have all three of us back. And Dan Eddy, so you're only supposed to be here for the summer. Do you want to share some news?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't really think of that. Actually, it's news to share.
Because you did say your goodbyes when I was on vacation.
I did. Yeah, I think it was when I was with Rage last time.
Yeah.
But so things have changed a little bit at work, and so my time schedule has not changed though. So I am able to stay on the podcast every week. You got me here full time.
He's saying it's permanent. Yes.
That's right. He's saying it's permanent. W's in the chat for Dan Eddy, guys.
Till you're 90.
If you guys can hear me, I'm being captured alive. They're holding me hostage.
Till you're 90.
But honestly, like all jokes aside, I am really happy to have you here permanently, Dan Eddy. You've been such a huge asset to the podcast, and man, I'm excited that this is going to be
Yeah, dude, it's permanent.
Yeah, it's
this is
perfect.
permanent.
just like the tattoos on Ben's freaking body.
in the way of in the words of Ted, this is permanent.
That was a pretty good impression.
Yeah, dude, I'm from. Dude, we reside in the same state as Boston, so it's just in us, bro. We got that dog in us. All right,
Boston.
Dan Eddy getting all the love here in the
Look at all the
live chat.
W's. Thanks,
Which,
guys.
to
All
all
the
the
dubs in the
listeners
chat.
that are listening to this not live, the best way to be a part of the We Are Wrestling community is being a part of these episodes that are live every Wednesday on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Because then you can see our
Yep.
pretty faces talking about wrestling instead of hearing our fucking disgusting voices.
And you
Yeah,
can even
Eric-
freaking interact in the live chat for
And be on the
free.
show.
Yeah, you'll be on the show. If we name drop you, you're a part of our history now. So definitely get over here on YouTube. It's a great fucking time, man. Great time.
We all
It's a
fame in the
great
flurry.
time. And one of my favorite things that we do with the We Are Wrestling community is
There we
the power of the poll. Every week, we tell all you We Are Wrestling Maniacs to go over to the YouTube channel, go to our community tab, and vote on a topic that we have you guys pick. And
Vote, you scrote.
this week, we asked you guys who has the best shooting star press, and here are the results.
This was a hard one.
Oh, very challenging. And there it is, Evan Bourne with
Wow.
the landslide. 63% of you guys picked Evan Bourne, while 15% picked Billy Kidman, 12% picked Ricochet, and 11% picked AJ Styles. Do you guys agree with this?
So, all right, I'm going to be honest. In terms of form and execution, yes, I agree with it. But I'm also going to say y'all should have given Ricochet a lot more fucking love. A lot more.
Yes.
love.
I agree.
And regardless
Hands
of
down.
you know if he shit on the mic, you cannot deny the dude's fucking in-ring ability. And that dude
Okay.
has it. He can fucking
Next level.
do anything. Yeah.
Donnie,
so
you
I
can't
would put
be
them in
like-
the same vein.
You can't just be like Ricochet and then be like, oh yeah, you guys should have given him some more love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was just playing around with
Yeah.
Ricochet.
Like 30 seconds ago.
Everybody be calling him Ricochet. So I don't know. I
I
wanted
know.
to get a quick
I
little
just
laugh out of it.
The Buster
I do
Balls.
love me some Ricochet.
I do agree with that.
I
other
just
than that.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I loved Evan Bourne's shooting star press, still one of the cleanest ones.
Yeah.
But I think I have to disagree with him winning this. I think the
Who are
best
you gonna
shooting
go?
star press, I got to go Billy Kidman. And I think the reason I have to pick Kidman is because that finisher, when he did the shooting star press, it was protected.
That
People
and it's
didn't kick out of it,
that, and it's also
and people didn't
it-
counter it.
It also became brutal, and it became a whole ass storyline with Chavo Guerrero and Paul London. Like him and London went at it in No Mercy. Like as a kid, I was fucking livid. As an adult and as a teenager watching it, I understood why Kidman won. But I will say, where you are absolutely right with everything you just said about Kidman, I will disagree because the form of it was sloppy. It was the weakest looking shooting star press for the damage it was supposedly causing.
Dude, you got to go back and watch some
The
of his
only-
WCW
Dude,
shooting
for-
stars.
See, but that's
For
the
who,
thing.
Kidman?
You got a picture of Kidman doing it in WWE.
That is true.
You have him doing it in
Right.
WWE where it became a serious storyline because he concussed Chavo Guerrero, and they turned it into a storyline. They made gold out of it. But it was the sloppiest out of all of these guys. AJ is down there with sloppy too, but then again, he never really did it all that much. Like, he did it, but it was during big spots. It was more of a spot thing for him, where with Kidman, it was a protected finisher. They made it and sold it to do serious damage. Like, they concussed Chavo, and then they made internal bleeding for London, and he did it again while he was on a gurney, which made that match so good. I understand what you're saying, but I'll agree to disagree, if that makes any sense.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, Evan Bourne, like, I will say, super impressive. Like, when he did the shooting star and then Randy Orton hit him with the RKO, still one of my favorite RKOs of all time.
That and Seth's fucking stomp are the best counters I've ever seen with an RKO. The Evan Bourne and Seth Rollins, 100%.
But I think it comes down to, like, the protection and, like, the severity of the finishers, why I have to go with Kidman.
I will give credit where it's due, and I can give you that. So I would have liked to see Kidman then. Honestly, if we're going to go there, fair-wise, I would put it at, like, maybe, like, a 25%.
That's fair.
And then Ricochet I'd bump up to, like, 18.
Ricochet does deserve a little bit more love in this, I will say.
Oh, yeah.
12%. Come on. Come on, guys.
That's a little harsh. What's going on, Byron? What's up, Spence? What's going on, Hollow? How you guys doing?
We got lots of people here in the live chat. We appreciate all of you awesome people. And if you guys want to be a part of the power of the poll, you can go vote right now on next week's, which is who has the best chokeslam, Kane, Undertaker, Big Show, or Damian Priest. You can go vote now on the We Are Wrestling community tab, or you can go vote on the We Are Wrestling X or Facebook page. We're going to try to get more involved with the other social medias with our power of the poll. And if you guys want to be a part of it, all you have to do is vote.
My dog, I am so glad that you changed the picture of Kane on here compared to the one you used on the poll, because, dude, Kane in this era, like the 2001 to 2003 era, was fucking gnarly, bro. Gnarly, because that's when he started getting a personality. He was talking more. He was honestly in the best shape of his fucking life around this time. Like, the dude was just an animal. Like, I would have put the fucking strap on this dude here during this time period. This Kane was, for whatever reason, just the best Kane, because he was a perfect mixture of monstrous, athletic monstrous, but also having a personality, finally finding his voice on the mic, finding, like, he was flying around a lot more. He was the most mobile during this point. He was in his best shape, and he was also fast as fuck. Like, the dude was just was light on his feet in the ring. He even did a Kane and Rooney.
He did do some funny stuff during this time.
And that's what I loved about his 2011 run with Daniel Bryan, when he was like, "I'm going to Disneyland." I was just like, dude, okay, this reminds me.
Oh yeah, that was like 2013.
Yeah, and he was also in great fucking shape then too. Kane in 2013 was like a little bit more part-time, so he had the time to fucking lift and shit. So he looked great in 2013, but 2003 Kane, I would 100% put the strap on.
But remember, when it comes to these pictures, we're just using the picture of the move. It's based off the performer, just so people know that as a little quick disclaimer.
Yeah.
So it's Kane overall with this choke slam.
It's got to be.
Question.
Yes.
When the backstage segment with Kane and The Rock and like Hulk Hogan, was that around the same time period, or was that 2013?
That was 2002. Yep, I know what you're talking about. That was around 2002, because that's when Hogan came back to WWE. And then him and The Rock had their little match at Mania, and then Hogan came back to red and yellow. All that good stuff. But Eric Ellington here in the live chat. It's funny, people make money figuring out how to make jobbers take RKOs and stutters. Very true. Sometimes the selling, like, that's some of the best, like, wrestlers in the business. People who can sell and make these moves $1 million worthy.
Yeah, I agree.
I would take either one for money.
Oh, I think any of us would. But speaking of money, man, look at I'm doing really good this week with the segues.
Yeah, look at you.
Every month we do super chat donations, and if you guys reach the goal, we do some type of stipulation. Last month, I ended up getting thrown off the freaking roof into a pool. Will happen during SummerSlam weekend, but you guys reached the goal in July. The goal in August, if we get to $100 more, Ben is getting put through a door. So if you guys want to see me choke slam Ben through a door, let's get that $100.
Oh,
we have until the end of the month.
Me through a door? Oh, we're choke slamming me through a door? I thought we were throwing me through a door, bro.
Oh, I can throw you through a door.
No, it's
whatever,
a table.
Whatever you want me to do. I'll spear you. I'll choke slam you. I'll freaking just throw you. I don't care. Whatever you want. You're going through a door.
I say preferably not a spear because that has the highest risk of injury for both of us.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But yes, I'm going through a door and it's going to look violent.
He's going through a door.
I'm going to have to fucking protect my head if I'm getting choke slammed. I'm gonna have to act like a professional. He said, "Oh shit." Yeah, dude.
But it will happen though. He will go through a door if we get to the $100 goal. Because the goal was originally 120, but you guys have already made $20 in our super chats.
My
so
man
we do
said
still need
spear
100.
and I'm in. Well, I would love to do that for you if I had a little bit more protection.
Because he needs the plate that was under Bret Hart when Goldberg went for his first spear on the Hitman.
I mean that, but also for you too. Because if you're fucking like the door shattering could 100% get something in your fucking eye.
That is true.
Like my back, that's one thing, but your fucking eye is gonna affect your vision for the rest of your life.
Oh, definitely. Nate L here in the live chat. WWE just announced WrestlePalooza on September 20th, live on ESPN, rivaling All Out. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about it during our weekly news and rumors topic. Do not worry. We have that topic already set in stone with a bunch of other stacked topics that we're going to be talking about this week. So this is going to be definitely a must-watch episode. Whoop. Botching over here. And a couple things we could advertise. First off, the Blitzkrieg Pro Luau vlog is up on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel.
My face looked hit.
And let me tell you, this was one of the most fun Blitzkrieg shows we've ever been to. And if you guys don't believe me and you need a reason to check out this hour-long vlog, here's a little preview of what you can expect.
So much. Fuck you. Sit down, you fat piece of shit.
I remember.
I knew his best one, Don, would be here. He's here. Thanks for coming, pal. Watch his YouTube channel.
What a vibe. What a good time.
Told me that he said that cake the whole night. I'll fucking Dylan I love it. I love it so much. See that what you just saw happen to CPA is what I'm talking about. That is the shit that
There's our little preview right there, guys, for the Blitzkrieg Pro Luau vlog. There's a lot in there that you guys need to go check out. Some great content.
Sup, Spence?
Some good stuff.
Yeah,
and also there is a whole nother vlog as well over on my Toy channel, the Best One Donnie channel, a double vlog. I got some more things signed by John Cena at Boston Fan Expo, and I met NXT North American Champion All Ego Ethan Page. A fun little double vlog I did there. So if you guys want to go check that out, it is up on my Toy channel, Best One Donnie. And this Sunday, I will be doing a live watch along for AEW Forbidden Door. So if you guys are into that, you can come hang out with me Sunday night.
I thought John Moxley on the poster was Triple H for a second. I'm like, whoa, what a forbidden door.
Imagine.
I thought it was Triple H. Holy shit.
That'd be hilarious.
Time to play the game. But every week, we do this thing called the highlight of the week. And it's our favorite thing that's happened in the wrestling world during the week. So what do you guys have this week? What's your highlight?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really actually know. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm like really into like everything Roman Reigns is doing right now. Like really into it. Like seeing him come back was kind of sweet, so I guess that would have to be Halfway there's quotations. Oh shit! Hey, thanks so much, Aaron.
Eric Ellington with a $50
Oh, shit.
donation to Ben's hospital bill.
Fuck.
Let's freaking go.
Fuck. Okay, so now we gotta start actually planning like a spot. like we actually have to start planning how we actually want to do this because now it's becoming even realer. It's becoming an actual reality now.
Eric Ellington probably just enjoys us torturing each
He
other.
must have been a fucking fan of the show MTV's Scarred with Jacoby Shaddix and Papa Roach back in like 2006, where it showed all of like skateboard, biking, and like skiing like wipeouts, and it would show them actually like having their bones pop out of their skin and shit. I was a big fan too. I get it.
Oh, cool.
I get it.
I did, Brian Cutler. I did me all ego. I did say NXT North American champion.
Ace Austin is all elite. Who the fuck is Ace Austin?
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to talk about that. Don't worry in the weekly news.
Donnie knows. Donnie knows.
I know. Yes, I do. Former TNA tag champ and X Division champion. But what's your highlight of the week, Dan?
I would have to go. So, me personally, I feel like SmackDown has been dropping the ball lately. It's been like, I don't know. People say it's chore. People like it's a struggle to get through the 2 hour. Like they went back to 2 hours, but they have like 2 hours worth of filler and stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm going off of a Monday Night Raw when Io Sky defeated Raquel Rodriguez, and then
that was a really
Rhea
good
Ripley
match.
actually came in to defend Io. So now there's like Io versus, well, not kind of versus, but Io and Rhea tagging up or teaming up. But then she also has the Kabuki Warriors, so they're bringing Asuka and Kairi Sane back. So I feel like that story is developing. I think that could go a bunch of places, adding in with the Judgment Day. So close second would be the Penta match with Xavier Woods, just because I like Penta.
Hell yeah. And now we just got another super chat by Bradley.
Oh, shit.
$20. Getting closer.
God. Yep. So we got what's that? 30 more bucks or 20 more bucks or something like that?
That is
Oh,
$30
that's
more.
Yep, $30 more. Oh my fucking god.
Damn.
Oh my fucking god.
I love you, Eric. Ellingson. I hope I did say it correct this time. And Bradley, I love you as well. Thank you, guys.
So I'm gonna be honest, this is probably gonna be the most painful stunt so far.
I don't know. Them candlestick hits were pretty damn
The
hard.
candlestick hits do hurt, but I've never been through a door before. So
That
I
is
don't
true.
know how that feels. And it looked pretty fucking hurtful to CPA. And he's smaller than me.
Oh, yeah. So when it comes to my highlight of the week, I got to go with Adam Copeland and Christian. Seeing them reunite, hug it out last week on Dynamite. That was my favorite moment in wrestling this week.
Oh, yeah? He said candy ass. I might be. I might be a little nervous this time. I might be genuinely nervous. But fuck it. We ball.
All right, well, we do have some highlight of the weeks in the live chat here. We got Alex Johnson. My highlight of the week are Triple Mania and Naomi announcing she's pregnant. Josh Toy Show. Ace Austin is all elite. And, oh, don't worry. I'll share my thoughts on Ace Austin when we get to the weekly news and rumors. And it looks like Eric Ellington's highlight of the week is Candy Ass. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Candy
All
ass.
right. Well, with that being said, let's get into the We Are Wrestling Podcast weekly TV recap, talking about some of the highlights that have happened on wrestling television throughout the week. And starting things off here, last Wednesday on AEW Dynamite, Hangman goaded MJF into executing his contract at Forbidden Door. What's your thoughts on MJF versus Hangman main eventing at Forbidden Door? Do you think it's the right call, them doing it? Is it too soon? Should they have waited for MJF to cash in?
No. So is he cashing in? Is that what you're saying?
So pretty much Hangman goaded MJF into executing his title shot.
And he agreed?
He agreed, yes. So now MJF's going for the championship at Forbidden Door.
I think it's too soon. Because could you imagine all that for Adam Page just to drop it right back to MJF? Like that huge ending to his story against Jon Moxley just gets squashed not even a month later.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't either. I love MJF, and he's again back into like the best shape of his life. I saw his fucking post recently. Dude is fucking beyond chiseled, and he's like getting even more size as we speak. Yeah, I'd bite. I'd bite. I feel bad for Adam Page in a way, but at the same time, ain't nobody on the same level as the devil, so I kind of have to be compelled to agree. I've been told that ain't nobody on the level of the devil, so I must agree.
Yep, nobody's on the level of the devil. You got that right. And we are in MJF is a We Are Wrestling Maniac as well.
Burberry fucks.
But I will say this. I think they should have waited. Like, they should have had Hangman versus MJF at All Out in Toronto, especially because we got the news with WrestlePalooza. I think they should have put on a big match like that at All Out. They could have had Hangman, because it is Forbidden Door. They could have had Hangman go against somebody from New Japan. And they could have had MJF go against somebody from New Japan as well.
Question about his contract. Now, is it kind of like the Money in the Bank briefcase where it could be like halfway through a match and you can just include yourself?
Yes,
or
that's what Christian Cage did with during the Adam Copeland World Title match.
I would have fucking done that shit to fucking what? Don't fucking take the bait, bro. Just let him face somebody else, have him get tired of shit, beat the fuck up, then take it. What the fuck? Why are you planning your clause? You're allowing this man to plan shit behind the scenes. You're leaving him ready. You're dumb. They just wasted it, basically. He wasted it.
I agree.
Because
that's why I'm not happy about this.
He's such a big player. He could shake up a fucking storyline and shake AEW's universe. Why are you just like burying it? It's the dumbest shit on the planet.
It makes me so mad because
Danny, why are you late to everything, dog? We talked about that an hour ago, and we also saw the news before we even hit record, man.
And we already did say we're going to talk about it when we get to the weekly news and rumors. Donnie, where's the Naomi reaction? It's coming out after this, all right? I didn't have enough time to edit it.
No,
but I will say this as well. When it comes to the MJF and Hangman, they really should have taken the extra time to build this. And if they wanted to have a proper match without like a cash-in, they could have done it at All Out. Because I think two guys that AEW has built their company around, having the main event All Out, I think would have those day one AEW fans interested rather than going over to WWE watching Brock and John Cena, even though majority of people are going to do that anyways. But I think Forbidden Door, this would have been the perfect time to just have Hangman go against somebody over on the other side. And same with MJF. You could have had him go against somebody from CMLL because he's been doing stuff over there with Forbidden Door. So I don't know. I think that this was just a missed opportunity. Maybe they just want more people to tune into the pay-per-view, which is why they're doing this, but not a fan of the booking decision.
Same, man. Like I get MJF's your biggest draw, but man, you have to pull him out when it matters if that's the case. And it right now.
Like here's the thing, like they should have waited and had MJF cash in on Hangman, like maybe towards the end of the year, or have him go on another AEW World Title run, because that's when the ratings were at the very highest, was when MJF was champion. And then you could have had Darby Allin go against MJF at AEW All In Wembley next year. Darby could have had his moment.
Bro, like
headlock takeover.
Even if they just had Hangman face somebody else and MJF literally ended the show with the fucking upset and with the massive fucking heat, and then have a series of matches and still have Hangman lose so he doesn't look fucking weak, and then just move on.
But you see, I don't want that right now, because Hangman, I want him to have a good title run. Because the first one wasn't that good because of what happened with CM Punk.
I just feel like, 100% that you are absolutely on.
He does deserve a proper title run.
But then you shouldn't be fucking burying MJF's fucking contract at the same time.
That's how I feel.
Like,
that's how I
fucking
feel.
Somebody, and there's ways to get around that, man.
We're on the same page.
We never thought we'd be on the same Adam Page when it comes to fucking AEW.
I know, right?
Wow.
What's your thoughts on it, Dan? You've been a little quiet.
I was letting you guys talk because you guys seem like on a roll.
You were letting us build our friendship.
Yeah, I was looking at the AEW title list for the men's titles. Would it be a question where MJF would face Adam Page for the World Championship, but then use his contract on, like, say, the international title or the TNT and do a double belt?
Can't do it because he's cashing in this shot at the World Championship, which I believe in the contract for the men and the women for that gauntlet, like whatever their version of the Money in the Bank, it's for a world title shot. So they can't use it on like another championship, like how Austin Theory used it on the U.S. title.
Oh, okay.
Well, that pissed me off too much.
Stupid as hell. Stupid as hell. I thought maybe they were like kind of building a thing where they would, kind of swerve the audience and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go up to this side, face Adam Page," and then lose, but then cash in on say like the other titles. So
yeah, no. So unfortunately, they're wasting an opportunity here. And we already know Hangman's probably going to win. But if you guys want my full predictions, I will be doing a We Are Wrestling podcast extra tomorrow. So definitely, if you guys want to see my predictions on the whole Forbidden Door card, stay tuned for that. But moving on now to our next TV recap.
The only reason I can see that this is a good idea is to like what you were saying, Donnie, that Adam Page deserves a long title reign with the world champion. Because if he beats an opponent like MJF,
it does add credibility to it. You're right.
Yeah.
That's a good take. Honestly, that's honestly not a bad take. I got to give you that one, Dan. That was good.
Dude's
on.
All right. Well, moving on now to our next AEW TV recap. Last Wednesday on Dynamite, Christian Cage saved Adam Copeland from getting attacked and ended up hugging it out. Then it was announced later on in the show that they will be teaming up at Forbidden Door to go against Christian Cage's kids, Nick Wade and Kip Sabian. What's your thoughts on the reunion?
I love it. And I'm excited to see two little kids get their ass whooped by legends on a legendary tag team. But here's the thing. You should have made it a TLC match.
Patience, Ben.
There's still patience.
Time. There's still time, and I understand that this is going to be a series of matches. I know that, but
oh no, this is going to be a one-off with these guys because you already know what the bigger picture is going to be. It's going to be FTR and versus Adam Copeland and Christian. There's when we get our TLC match, Ben.
Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. Yeah, that'd be great. I would love that. The only thing, I want to be hyped for Edge and AEW, but not during the time John Cena's going on a string of retirement matches because that should be his end-all, be-all match. And the fact that it's not is bullshit. It's bullshit. I want to be happy. Trust. It's not AEW. It's an Edge thing.
It's a WWE thing.
No, it's an Edge thing, and it's a John Cena thing. We needed that last time, bro.
I agree.
We needed it, especially for his final opponent. Edge would have been the one. He would have been the end-all, be-all.
I can't believe they never did that during his short run in WWE.
Bro.
Like when he was there for a couple of years. I'm
I'm
surprised we never got Edge versus John Cena.
Listen, I'm just making a very big wish. I know it's never going to happen, but could you imagine that being the only fucking Forbidden Door event between fucking WWE and AEW is if they let Edge come back for one night only? That would fucking make my life. Like, could you imagine just the power that John Cena has, bro? Like, if you imagine if John Cena went to Tony personally and was like, hey, I need him back for this final match, you think Tony would say, fuck no? No. But
I don't know. With the stuff WWE's been doing lately, I don't know if Tony Khan would say yes.
I know, but you also have to remember, he allowed Chris Jericho to appear on WWE television while under the AEW fucking flag, and that was his biggest draw at the time. So,
well, you see, they were a little bit of rivals. Like, they were like friendly rivals at that point. But now WWE's going to war.
No, I wouldn't say that they were friendly rivals because not too long prior to his appearance on fucking Raw for John Cena's fucking anniversary, Chris Jericho was talking a hell of a lot of shit about their product. So, no, I don't think any bridge. It just depends on the person. Because
I think like a cameo is fine. I don't think there's usually issues with that.
No.
Jericho was like a little cameo. He just sent a video in like celebrating John Cena's career or something like that.
Under contract with AEW, bro. It really depends. That right there proved it depends on the superstar in their poll. Like, it depends on how big they were in the company. And I think if anybody else could do it, it's Edge.
Honestly, Eric Elling's son makes a good point here. All about the money, enough and sure.
It's all see, here's the thing. I'm only going to agree to disagree for one reason. Both parties are very well off. AEW has only ever been for one thing that they want, for them to get acknowledgement on WWE TV. That's it. That's all they've ever wanted, and they have never gotten it unless it's a superstar just talking out of pocket to stir up the crowd.
Yep.
Example A, Sami Zayn. But
And
yeah,
TKO is not going to allow that, unfortunately.
Exactly. So it's like, it's one of those things where I think, it's not a money thing, it's a pride thing. It's a
1000% a pride thing.
Yeah. But I do understand, like, money does 100% talk. That is facts. It's just with this particular situation, it would definitely be a pride thing.
Well, how do you feel about the reunion, Dan?
I absolutely love it because the little kid in me is screaming inside. I love Edge and Christian growing up, and Edge is probably the tough call, but he's easily top 3, top 4 of all time. So, like, just to see him still doing it, regardless of the company, is amazing. And then Christian Cage, he was never up there in terms of my favorite, but the tag team was certainly up there. So I enjoyed watching them together, and to see him still doing it all this time. So I feel like they could do a couple good storylines with it. So I'm just excited because it makes me want to tune into AEW.
Hell yeah. And it's got me really excited, the kid inside me. And what I was really thinking about when I saw these two hugging was, we're in the year 2025. Edge and Christian are teaming together for the first time in, I believe, 11 years, they said.
Damn.
And at Bound for Glory, we're getting the Hardy Boys versus Team 3D, which are known in WWE as the Dudley Boys. Mm-hmm. That is crazy. We're getting 3 of the greatest tag teams wrestling together in 2025. I think that is something to talk about there. And that's why, like, with this reunion, I think it's perfect timing. And I do feel like AEW does need to find a way to get the tag titles on FTR, take them off of Bobby and Shelton, and we need to build Adam Copeland and Christian up as a legitimate tag team like they once were. And I think that we need to get that rivalry because that can reignite the AEW tag team division. And I think make that division a little bit more exciting because it's been a little lackluster for the last couple of years. Yeah. So I think bringing in a legendary team of Copeland and Christian Cage, that is going to give the kick. They're going to kick the friggin' tag team division's ass, and they're all going to be motivated from it, and they're all going to be better from it because more people are going to tune into some of these homegrown AEW tag teams if you put them in the ring against 2 legends like Christian and Copeland. So I love this. Love it.
Agree.
Over 20 years in the business, and they're still needle movers. It's amazing.
It is amazing. Especially Christian Cage doing some of his best work, too, in AEW with the whole father gimmick.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
All right, well, moving on now to Ben's favorite wrestler. Last Friday on SmackDown, Sami Zayn announced that he's a part of the Blue Brand. Thoughts?
Don't care. Another boring ass, never had that title. Another boring ass, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose fucking 12 matches. Another boring ass, we're going to get the title for like a night, drop it. Another, I'm an underdog. No, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Bored. Next. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. John, I don't care if they're 70 years old. I was still watching if they're still wrestling. So regardless of how old they are, if I watch them growing up, I'm going to watch them when I'm older. So
it's a nostalgia thing, honestly. Like,
yeah.
Like the Hardy Boys, they're around the same age as them. Like, you're not excited about them teaming in TNA? Doing ladder matches and stuff?
Yeah, it's a different company, but still, like, I can't get AEW, so I'll have to watch TNA at some point. What was the question?
So the question was Sami Zayn being a part of the Blue Brand. Let's try to keep this one quick.
Yeah. It'll make the show better. I mean, regardless of what Ray said, like I like Sami Zayn, but it's just, I don't know. The show has just been lackluster lately. So hopefully they can, change it up because Drew McIntyre is doing his whole, it wasn't me thing. So
I really just don't care for Sami Zayn, especially after what happened at SummerSlam with the Karrion Kross match. And yeah, if he's on the Blue Brand, good for him. We're going to get the same old friggin' storyline that we've gotten over and over again about him being an underdog. When in reality, how is the dude an underdog when he friggin' beat Solo Sikoa and his entire family clean, and even beat Karrion Kross twice. Like, how is he an underdog? I'm over it. I will say I do like LA Knight being on the Raw brand and Sammy going over to SmackDown. I will be probably skipping anything Sami Zayn because I really just don't care.
Facts.
And it's not even Sami Zayn as a performer because he's so talented. It's the booking that drives me fucking nuts with him.
You know what's wild about that, Don? We end up here about Sami Zayn at least once a year, saying the same damn thing.
What do you mean? This is like every other week thing at this point with Sami Zayn. I'm tired of talking about him.
Okay, so then until he wins a title, we're officially retiring Sami Zayn from the podcast. Until he wins and done something meaningful or different, he's retired from the podcast. He will not be put over, and he will not be mentioned. Unless he's in a match, and then we'll give our 2 cents, whatever.
Well, if there's anything crazy, we do have to cover it because we are a wrestling podcast.
Yep.
But I do want to acknowledge this individual here. I think you guys don't really know him too much because he hasn't really done anything like big, like on like wrestling television, like WWE or AEW. And last Friday at TNA Emergence, TNA star Sami Callihan took his boots off and officially announced his retirement from pro wrestling. And he's somebody that did a lot in the independent scene through the years. He was known for a lot of his death matches, had a short stint in NXT for a little bit as Solomon Crow. They didn't really do anything with him. Then he ended up doing more in the independents, GCW, and he did a lot for TNA, and he officially retired. So I did want to acknowledge that because Sami Callihan, somebody who's very underrated in my opinion, somebody that never really got a real opportunity on a big stage to do what he can. So I did want to just share that real quick about Sami Callihan, but do wish him nothing but the absolute best with whatever he does.
Facts.
But moving on now to our next TV recap. This is the topic that a lot of people want to talk about, a lot of people's highlights this week. And my reaction will be coming out later on after the podcast. This past Monday on Raw, Naomi announced her pregnancy and had to vacate the World Championship. What's your thoughts on this?
It's unfortunate for a professional standpoint. Like this was going to be one of her biggest years yet so far. She had a really big impact lately. Like she was easily rising up to be one of like the biggest stars in the company, and tragically got cut short by Big Jim. What the?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Dan Eddy.
Oh shit. Where's Dan Eddy? Because my daughter's calling. Eddie, where you at?
Dan Eddy is here, but his audio is his audio's there, but the camera's not on.
All right, give your thoughts first. I'm just gonna talk to my daughter real quick.
All right, I will. Yep, I got you. You're good. All right, guys, it is just me right now, so I'll share my thoughts on the whole Naomi thing. I am very happy for both of them. And like, that's the thing. There's some things that are bigger than wrestling. And it sucks that she is going to have to take time off because, of course, like being pregnant, you can't wrestle. And right now she is having the best run of her entire wrestling career. And I was really invested in this Proceed with Caution character. This heel run has been fantastic of hers. And I honestly, it's the timing. Timing is everything. And it's just so unfortunate that she's not going to be able to really be on television for a little while. And man, just horrible timing. That's how I feel. But from like outside of wrestling, very happy for Big Jim. Very happy for her. And they deserve to be happy. But Josh Stoyshow, where's Ben and Dan? Ben had to check on his daughter for something, and Dan Eddy is having some issues with his camera. But they will be back. I hope they're going to be back. Stupid booking. Naomi should have not switched from heel to babyface. I disagree. She is doing a great job as a heel, But I will say this, if she knew she was pregnant, I think that they should have had Io Sky or Rhea Ripley win the championship at SummerSlam, because now, like, this is just, I don't know, a missed opportunity. In my opinion, just I don't know, like, it sucks because, like, I've really been enjoying her run as a heel, as a champion, but, like, I'm also very happy for them because I know they have been talking about it for years, wanting to start a family, and sometimes there's things that are bigger than pro wrestling, and I think that that's the case here. Opens doors for others, it'll be fine. Exactly. And that's the thing, WWE right now, they have a very stacked women's division. So, like, this really does open the door up for lots of talented females to get more television time and more opportunities. Like, I hope that maybe this opens the door for Lyra Valkyria to maybe get a championship run. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Roxanne Perez is somebody that I feel like they really should give her an opportunity because she's somebody that I think they're going to be building this company around because she's still very young. We got Josh here. I'm happy for Naomi, and she and Big Jim are going to make great parents. I totally have to agree. But while these guys are getting their stuff situated, I do want to congratulate Takeshita on winning the G1 Climax tournament. They would have no idea what that is. But man, Takeshita, somebody who is super underrated in my opinion, and man, I hope that he continues to make noise, and I hope that AEW can start like actually properly booking him. All right, we got Dan Eddy back here. We got one of the two. Welcome back, Dan. And you're muted, but your camera's on. We got Alex Johnson in here. I say put the championship on Stephanie Valkyrie. I like that, but I think it's a little too soon. I think it's a little bit too soon to give her the championship. But then again, maybe it's too soon for Valkyria. It's too soon for Roxanne Perez. Some could even say back in the Ruthless Aggression era, maybe it was too soon for Brock Lesnar to get the championship. So honestly, Stephanie being a champ, that's not a bad decision. And she is over right now with the crowd. So I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Sorry about that. I just had to answer the phone for my my daughter was just calling to say goodnight and everything and just talk about her day. She's been kind of dealing with like real human emotions lately that have been not great, but she's doing good tonight. You know, I just wanted to make sure that she was good. You know, she's gonna sleep tight. She's at her grandmother's right now, so.
Hey, it's like I said to the Maniacs, just with like Naomi and Big Jim, like it's unfortunate that like her run right now has to be cut short because like she can't perform, like being pregnant. But there's things bigger than pro wrestling, and family is everything.
Nah. Fuck everything that Donnie said while we were gone. No, the one person to blame for this is Big Jim. He said, if I'm not champion, ain't nobody champion. She lost the title to Big Jim. He said, skeet. He said, skeet. Love it.
But yeah, there's bigger things than pro wrestling.
There is.
So that's why, like, I'm overall I'm happy for Naomi and Big Jim.
Yeah, I am too.
Just the timing sucks.
Very, very much so. I can't believe fucking Danny sent us that fake ass thing. I was about to bury Rikishi right here on the.
Honestly,
podcast.
you want to hear? You want to share what Danny Huckins sent us? I'm gonna put you, since you brought it up. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And while you get your thoughts together, like here's like the backstory behind this, guys. So on wrestling Twitter, there's a lot of parody accounts that put fake news out there. And yeah, there was like somebody made a joke because Rikishi is always so negative on his podcast. And pretty much Danny sent us this thing in our little group chat we have of Rikishi pretty much like shitting on Naomi and Big Jim's having a baby.
This is what he sent us, and I quote. It was from the Samoan Stinker Pod, which, again, the fucking profile picture is literally Rikishi's ass. It says, WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi on Naomi announcing her pregnancy. It's a little irresponsible. Back in my days, guys didn't get pregnant when they had the strap. Times change, I guess. Apparently that's what Rikishi said. Well, first of all, guys don't get pregnant at all. First of all, I know he meant by wrestling, in general, guys don't get pregnant. I think, he was referring to, everybody, but at the same time, he never said those things. And when I heard that he apparently said those things, homie,
you lost
off. I went off, bro. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was about to bury this motherfucker. I'm like, how the fuck are you about to undermine your fucking son and daughter-in-law's pregnancy announcement because she has a title? Fuck you. Titles can be fucking won all over again. Storylines can still fucking happen. A baby on the way? That does not hold for anybody. That does not hold stop for anybody.
It was kind of hard for me to actually believe it at first, which is why I went over to Twitter, went to X, and then I found the report, and the thing at the top of the screen said parody account. I sent it to Danny, and then I sent a picture of Rikishi's ass directly to Danny.
It's funny because I don't defend what Danny said after. He said, with all the outrageous shit he's been saying lately, can you blame me? Well, no, I can't blame you, but you literally took clickbait from a parody website, my god.
Well, here's what happened. Whoever the account was on Facebook that Danny found it, they cut out the parody account part because usually if you go to Twitter, it'll tell you if it's an account that gives you bullshit or not.
Yeah.
So they cut that part out on Facebook. So he probably saw the screenshot and then sent it. And we should have known from the bottom of the Stinker podcast because that's not even what it's called.
Yeah.
Rikishi, but that was a funny little story.
It seems
Ben
like every time
absolutely lost
Rikishi's
it.
in the news,
Yeah,
it's just
I
something
lost my
negative.
shit. Oh, I think.
Yeah, you're back to your
mic-
webcam, I think.
You're back to your webcam, Mike.
Oh.
It got muted again.
Well,
You gotta
while
get
you
a
fix
headset and a mic.
Well, while you fix that, we'll get into our last TV recap.
Yeah.
So our next and final We Are Wrestling TV recap for this week. This past Monday on Raw, it was announced that Rusev will face Sheamus at Clash in Paris in a good old-fashioned Donnie Brooke match. What's your thoughts on this?
So I'm gonna be honest, man. I've never connected to Sheamus. I like his work ethic. I like the lineage he has in WWE. But I've never personally found him to be oh my god, or world championship material. I always saw him as a solid fucking top guy for the mid card. But Rusev is somebody that I'm super interested against the right opponent. Him and Sheamus have putting on bangers. I just can't connect to Sheamus. I don't think Clash in Paris would be a place that I'd put them on the card, just because Clash in Paris feels a little bit bigger this time around. Or this Paris pay-per-view feels a little bit bigger this time around. So I don't know. I'm stoked to see Rusev, but I'm not sold on the match because I'm not really into Sheamus, but I do appreciate the bangers that they put on.
What's your thoughts on it, Dan?
I like it. I'm testing 1, 2. Is it still the?
It's still very, it's still very.
You gotta switch it to your headphones.
Yeah, you got to go to the little gear button and then go to audio and video and then go to audio and then put your earbuds as your headphone source.
Hey, we got Angelo here in the live chat. Great decision. They'll show out in Paris. The crowd alone will make the crowd great.
Yep, I agree. He's good now.
All right, Dan, you're good. Now you can share your thoughts and not sound like Rene Dupree.
Oh, thank God. Hey.
You're still a rookie in my eyes, but I still love you.
Yeah. Love you too. What was it called? Oh yeah, Sheamus and Rusev.
Yep.
I'm excited to see Rusev again. I'm kind of with Rage about how I was never really connected with Sheamus. I love the guy. I love his Celtic Warrior workouts on YouTube.
I do love his YouTube channel.
To me, the storyline has been on cruise control. You know what I mean? It's just been fight after fight after fight. There's no I don't know, backstory or no personal digs or no promo talks. It's just you want to fight? Okay, let's go fight. And then all of a sudden they get a matchup in Clash in Paris. So I'm excited to see the match. I am impartial to either one. I personally don't care who wins. I just feel like it's going to be a good match. Yeah, I don't. I really have. Yeah.
I actually really like this booking decision. Just like Ben, I've never been the biggest Sheamus fan, but I do respect him as a worker because he is one of the hardest workers that WWE does have. Reason why he's been with the company for 15 plus years. So I'll never discredit his work ethic at all because he has been a true professional throughout his WWE run. Even when he wasn't being booked right, he was still being a professional. So I'll always respect that for Sheamus. But I just never been behind him as a fan. I think the only time I liked him was when he had his first WWE championship run. And then after that, when he went over to the SmackDown brand and had the World Heavyweight Championship, I kind of didn't really care too much about Sheamus. But I will say this. Sheamus and Rusev definitely deserve this. They have been feuding for months on the Raw brand, and I'm glad that we're actually going to get an end to this feud on a PLE and not a go-home episode of a Raw or a SmackDown. Because I feel like in this Triple H era, we've gotten a lot of that, and I feel like if you are going to end a rivalry that's been going on and on for months, it needs to be at a premier live event. That is where things end.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm actually happy that Rusev's finally getting his first PLE match, and hopefully he beats Sheamus because he needs to win more than Sheamus needs it.
Donnie, real quick, when you were talking about Rusev returning to WWE, I don't know how long ago, what were you worried about in terms of how they would book him, and are they meeting your expectations?
So my worry was he was going to end up being like all the other former WWE stars that went to AEW that went back to WWE, and they would get lost in the shuffle because fans were very frustrated with the lack of booking that happened with Miro in AEW after he lost the TNT Championship. And that's the problem with wrestling fans in 2025 is we put way too much pressure on these stars to get work. Because I feel like almost every other wrestler we talk about, we say that guy needs to be a world champion. Like, he needs to be a world champion. He needs to win a championship. But there's only so many titles that they have in the WWE, in AEW, in all of these different promotions to where I just think people's expectations of Rusev coming back were, oh yeah, this guy's going to win the world championship. Look at the best shape of his career. And that's the thing. Like, people are putting way too much expectations into somebody that you shouldn't be putting as much stock into. Rusev, I will say, haven't been the biggest fan of the second run because for me, my favorite run of Rusev was the first time around when he was the United States champion. He was coming out in the tank at WrestleMania. That's the Rusev I loved. And I feel like we're never going to get that.
I totally forgot about that tank.
Like, I don't know. I just think Rusev, like, he already reached his ceiling, just like Sheamus, which is why I'm kind of like not interested in the storyline that they're doing, but they both deserve it because they have been busting their asses on Raw.
Last thing I want to say about Rusev is I don't agree with the statement that he's reached the ceiling. I just think that the character's bland and he needs a good storyline. After I saw that promo in AEW, I believe that there's more to Rusev. We just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think for me personally, but hey, maybe he hasn't. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
If I got faith in somebody from AEW, that should say everything for you.
Okay, but here's the thing about AEW. Okay, but here's the thing about AEW though. The reason why Rusev was able to show that side of him is because AEW gave him that creative freedom. Like, yeah, they do suck at booking 99.9% of the time.
Yeah.
But wrestlers do get their stock up when they go to AEW because they have that freedom. And he's one of the many people that took advantage of that opportunity and got a big bag from WWE.
Really takes a look at that promo, really dissects it.
Agree.
And really reinvents his character because I feel like Rusev does have what it takes to be a top guy if he's booked correctly and has a complete revamp in character. Like, I would love to see this dude in more of a Braun Strowman look. Like, give me the cargo pants, give me some gloves, give me like either a tight shirt or no shirt whatsoever. Like,
I like the boxing short. Like, I like the look that he has. It's just like they need to just bring that aggression side out of him. That's the problem.
They do, and I think that, again, presentation is everything, and with the right presentation and booking, the dude could be a top guy. That's all.
No, I do see what you're saying, though.
Especially based off that promo. Oh, my God, dude. I can't stop thinking about it. Whenever I think of Rusev, I get goosebumps, bro.
Eric Ellingson. Pasty Warrior I picked, but nobody really cared. We got Angelo. Rusev needs to win more. Hopefully after this match, they become a tag team like the Bar and help the Raw tag division. I can get behind that.
Not even the Bar, bro. They were in the fucking the League of Nations together for a while. Not that anybody fucking remembers that, but they were a part of it.
No, but they were a part of the League of Nations. But what Angelo's trying to say is
like the Bar.
Kind of like how they had Sheamus and Cesaro have that 7 series match. They became a tag team after that. Because they both just beat the crap out of each other, and Mick Foley brought them closer because of that.
Like, you see this?
And they were a successful tag team.
Could do if y'all did that together on someone else.
And that's what he's trying to say about Rusev and Sheamus, which honestly, I could get behind that.
I could get behind it with the right presentation too. Like, if you could give me a solid fucking tag team, really like own in on their move, and especially their tag team moveset, dude, you could have gold. So I would agree with that.
Yeah, so honestly, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But 2 guys that I think do deserve to have a PLE match. So congratulations to Sheamus and Rusev.
Congrats.
But now, with that being said, let's get into the We Are Wrestling Podcast weekly news and rumors. We got some good ones this week. Starting off on Busted Open Radio, Bully Ray believes fans would like to see Vince McMahon make an appearance at John Cena's final match. Here's what Bully had to say. John and Vince have remained friends through everything. If Vince were to come out at that moment to give John Cena his final farewell, I think the people would like to see that or would embrace it because it's Vince McMahon's WWE that John Cena was the face of for the longest time. That's a hot take. What's your thoughts on it?
That he's fucking delusional. Bully, just because you can doesn't mean you should. No. Dude, it's not like Lesnar. It's not like it's Brock Lesnar who is not guilty of actually doing shit to this person. Vince did those things, bro. No, nobody's going to embrace that shit. Cool, it's Vince McMahon. Will he get a pop? I don't know. That is the one time where I don't know because he did some awful fucking things. And you think just because John Cena's retiring? No, that's just going to taint John's image. What, you're going to welcome the abuser back to your final farewell? No, dude. No, that's good. That is the opposite of what John Cena stands for. Regardless of regardless of what happens, the court of public opinion nowadays is fucking ruthless, and he'd be canceled in a second.
John Cena did say in an interview, I don't know who it was by, but he did say he is still friends with Vince McMahon until it does come out that he's guilty.
Hey, you can be friends with somebody, but you're not going to taint your final fucking match having his presence there when a huge investigation is still going on. That is impossible. And if they do, I'm telling you this right now, I'll stop watching. I'll stop watching.
No, but here's the thing. Okay, but here's the thing. Obviously, WWE and TKO are not going to have Vince McMahon at John Cena's farewell. Yes. That's not happening. Bully is delusional for that.
Yes.
But here's the thing. It's not going to be John Cena's decision. It's not going to be anybody's decision except for a couple higher-ups in WWE, and I don't think they're going to take that risk or chance.
No, because at that point you're basically doing what the public opinion is saying. You are allowing abusers to grace the screen, and that is something that should not happen under any circumstance after it's happened. No.
Before you give your thoughts, Dan, I do want to read this comment by Angelo in the chat. If they didn't have Vince for their Hogan tribute, there's no way he will come back for Cena.
Facts, Angelo.
Nail on the head.
Point that one out.
Yeah. Facts. I know.
I was just gonna point that one out
before
I started.
Back, but what the fuck did you expect, you little rapey Davy? The fuck? No, nobody wants you back. The fuck? No. No, absolutely not. Vince does not need to be anywhere near a WWE headquarters at all. He does not need to be at any event.
No.
Like, the dude literally made his grave. I thank him for his years of service into the industry and what he's created for us, because without him there'd be none of this. But fuck Vince McMahon. But fuck Vince McMahon. 100%. I can't.
I mean, yeah. I was gonna ask, I'll answer this question with a question. If Vince were to make an appearance,
but fuck you, Hogan.
If Vince were to make it to were to make an appearance at John Cena's final match, would he get a bigger boo than Hulk Hogan at the Netflix premiere?
I really don't know. I can't tell you
know. I think people would freak just because it's a shocking oh shit moment. They actually did it because at that point they went against all their morals. But they
that's good.
At that point.
But here, that's great.
It's not
no,
good.
but that's a great that's a great conversation though, because
that is a good.
It is a Boston crowd, and I feel like a Boston crowd wouldn't boo the shit out of Vince McMahon being there for Cena.
They would boo the fuck out of him. Boston crowds would absolutely erupt. No.
Oh, hell no, because when players get injured in Boston, their freaking crowds cheer for the injuries.
Yeah, but
they would love to have Vince McMahon
No,
there.
the fuck they will. I'm telling you this right now. Vince McMahon shows up at all during that event, I will walk the fuck out right there. Because at that point, they abandoned all of their morals, and they abandoned everything left that's good in them.
No, I totally agree with what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is the Boston crowd, they really don't care about cancel culture. They really don't give a fuck.
Oh, I know.
That's why I'm saying Vince, I don't think he, like, yes, there will be some boos.
It would be loud, but they wouldn't be good.
But it
would be more shock factor than anything. It wouldn't be like, oh, I'm glad he's back kind of pop. It would
But
be
he wouldn't get that
factor.
Hogan boo that he got in Los Angeles.
It would get, no, I would see that happening too, because here's the thing. Hogan just dropped the N-word. Vince McMahon fucking abused somebody for
Also
years.
dropped the N-word.
That's basically like inviting Jeffrey Epstein to your event and making him the headline.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Boston fans really don't give a fuck.
I'm
That's
fucking certain that Vince McMahon is on the Epstein list, all right? So no. No.
I mean, yeah,
no.
But honestly, good question, Dan.
If Donald
question.
Trump's on it, so the fuck is fucking
this
guy.
That was my first
and Oprah.
point. My second point is that, like, I can see the logic that Billy was saying, because Vince McMahon was there with John Cena's aggression era and like the ruthless aggression, his first, it's been there for the years. It's just sort of like, somebody saying, like, they're so used to the traditional way of thinking that if it fits their criteria in their brain, then, it must be true. So with that being said, I think Vince McMahon ideally should not show up at John Cena's last match. Does he have a point? Yes. Is the point big?
I'm kind of with you there, Eric.
So like, I don't agree. I don't think Vince should show up, especially like how Rachel was saying, the court of public opinion. Like, either whether you're guilty or not, like, it's just with the NFL players with the whole domestic abuse. It's like you see the players different now, like Tyreek Hill or among others. For what I thought.
Oh, 1,000%.
What was his name on the Patriots? Eric Hernandez or something like that?
Aaron Hernandez,
Aaron Hernandez, yeah.
And then even with basketball, Ja Morant with the guns, same thing.
Exactly. You look at people different, man. And Vince, just because he's a larger than life character and he graced our childhoods, does not take away anything that he's done. So I honestly don't know how they would react. I don't. They could either tear him apart or they could fucking love him. We don't.
You never know with the Boston crowd. It is very unpredictable.
Yeah, it is very unpredictable.
But so I do want to share. But I do want to share my quick thoughts on this here. With the whole, I think Bully Ray, he's somebody that loves to make a headliner, loves to create a conversation in the IWC, even if it's uncomfortable. And I think that that's what he's doing here. But I do think that when it comes to John Cena, having Vince McMahon there at the farewell, it's not going to happen. Yes, Bully is right about Vince McMahon's WWE. He built it around John Cena. Our childhood, John Cena was the guy, and Vince McMahon was the one to create that larger-than-life superstar. Yeah. And that's the problem. Vince McMahon lost that privilege to be at John Cena's farewell match because he had to do something so fucked up and wrong. And hopefully Janelle Grant gets the justice that she deserves. Vince lost that privilege to be there at John Cena's last match. So I don't think that he should be there at all. And I don't think WWE and TKO are going to allow that. Just like Angelo said, if he wasn't there for Hogan's tribute, there's no way in hell that he's going to be there with Cena.
I will say real quick, he was
lost
upset.
that honor.
John Cena was upset with his first heel turn. Imagine the heel turn he can have with this.
Well, you're gonna have people turn on the company.
Standing there in the ring with Vince McMahon next to him. I just thought that'd be quick, funny. Yeah, they would. No, they would just, I think, flat out leave if that were to happen.
But definitely an interesting topic there. But let us know, like, what you guys think about that down in the comment section below, because I think we're definitely gonna have to clip that. But moving on to our next We Are Wrestling weekly news and rumors. Speaking of John Cena, according to WrestleVote, NBC preferred choice for John Cena's retirement match is Saturday, December 13th for Saturday Night Main Event. December 27th, the day of AEW World's End, remain an option, but unlikely because NBC has an NFL contractual obligation with an exclusive game on Peacock that night.
Dallas Cowboys.
The event is still expected to be at TD Garden in Boston for Saturday Night Main Event. Thoughts on this? John Cena's last match being on a Saturday Night Main Event and not a PLE.
I think that's kind of crap. Considering I'm like, dude, it's John Cena and you're having him fucking retire on a Saturday night's main event. The dude should retire at a fucking WrestleMania. But obviously with how the years are, it doesn't work out that way. But maybe even fucking, I don't know, there's not really any, this is something that like I wish Armageddon was still around for, you know, like this is something to have a December pay-per-view, you know?
Armageddon, the things I would do to have that pay-per-view back in WWE.
Do you think Cody Rhodes is ending his career at this point?
Ending John Cena's?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
I feel like they're gonna give his final match to like Gunter or something.
I think SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam was a good closure with the Cody Rhodes and John Cena.
Yeah. Either that or give me CM Punk. Either that or CM Punk. Those are like the only things that I can think of. Like have it be CM Punk and let Punk be a world champion at the time and put the title up.
That's how I feel, Angelo. I'm mad. He better have his match commercial free. I don't care. I'll be pissed. His last match has commercials. Well, good thing. Hopefully the TKO prices aren't as crazy. And Ben and I have just enough money to be there. So we don't have to deal with the commercials.
What day did you say it was, Donnie?
They're saying Saturday Night Main Event's going to be on Saturday, December 13th.
My anniversary.
Oh.
But But AEW's having a pay-per-view World's End on December 27th, and now WWE is thinking about having a PLE go against World's End and have that be John Cena's last match.
Gotcha.
But I will say, like, I don't think it should be a Saturday Night Main Event, but like this is where an Armageddon would have been perfect for John Cena's last match. Farewell. I don't know. Saturday Night Main Event just doesn't seem right. Like, what? Are they going to do the same thing that they did to Goldberg? Like, after his match, like, they cut off the speech at the end?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not a fan of the Saturday Night Main Event being his last match.
So, December 28th is the Bears at San Francisco. I mean, they could probably put the wrestling match on there. I don't care about those teams. I feel like it should be, regardless of the event, I don't think, I mean, the WWE has been proven that can confirm that they are petty as fuck. Like, they don't give a shit. So I imagine that they would try to line up with AEW's events. But with John Cena, the person who literally carried the company for over 20 years, I don't know. I think that it should be a separate day of AEW's events. So I think Saturday night's main event, it's still a PLE. Yes, is it popular PLE? No. But it's the end of the year. So like what are they gonna do? Push it back to what, Royal Rumble next year in January?
I do love the whole farewell tour thing because it reminds me of Kobe Bryant. Like when he had his final season with the Lakers, he went on this like farewell tour, went to all of like the cities that he like played and absolutely torched. So I love that John Cena is doing the farewell tour. Man, the final payoff being a Saturday Night Main Event. Like I kind of agree with Rage. Like I'm not a fan of it.
Facts.
Boring. Moving on now to our next weekly news and rumors. According to Deadline, AAA Triple Mania drew more than 4 million viewers within the first 24 hours. And the live stream on Saturday peaked at an audience of 614,000. The event also set AAA's all-time gate record with an attendance of 19,691 fans in attendance. So far, what's your thoughts on the WWE AAA partnership? Because WWE's
really
putting a
cool.
lot of stocks into it.
I would say that it's really cool. I think that everybody that's a part of it is shining. Even El Grande Americano was actually really really entertaining, and he wasn't like super fucking funny.
Dude, this weekend I think Kaiser took that character from Chad.
It's La Garza now, right? Is it La Garza now, or is it still fucking?
I think it's still Kaiser.
La Garza. Okay,
Yeah,
well
it's
their
Kaiser.
fucking tag team is still fucking
Kaiser,
killing
yeah.
it. Oh, the Geyser. Okay, well they're still fucking killing it. Having AJ show up there, massive pop. AJ Styles on AAA, like that's fucking wild to think of.
Big booze.
But still, it was fucking sick as fuck. It was something that I never thought we'd see. But I'm really excited to see what the future looks like there.
Hell yeah.
It's cool to see.
How
people win.
do you feel about it, Dan?
I thought it was really entertaining, and with the WWE and AAA partnership, I feel like WWE is just like investing in it, and then when the pig is ready to be slaughtered, they just buy it and take over. So I feel like it's just a inevitable decision or something that happened in the future. But the event itself, I thought was really awesome. My favorite part, though, actually happened after with the meetup with AJ Styles or was it AJ Styles? But it was Dominic Mysterio. And then Rey Mysterio comes out from the back. He's like, "Oh, I thought you were going to be a two-belt champion. I thought you were the best Mysterio of all time." "Oh, yeah. I'm the best Mysterio of all time. You go away." I don't know what he else said because he was speaking Spanish. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I actually enjoyed it. I hope
I did
get
too.
to see the next one.
It was good. I enjoyed the Omos and the Micro Man spot that they did there, like the 3-foot guy, and he had the 7-foot Omos. That broke the internet. They had
and then don't forget the Demon Doll.
million views.
Demonico.
I hated the Demon Doll.
What?
I did hate that. Yep. Why? Because I want serious Finn Balor back. I'm sick of Judgment Day Finn.
Yeah.
I want him to go back to the demon, not a puppet being a demon. I want the demon himself back.
Have his original theme and everything.
Yes. Yeah. But I will say this. I had my doubts at first when WWE acquired AAA. I think you and I, Ben, were talking about it, and we really didn't see the vision with WWE doing this because we thought the whole Forbidden Door thing with TNA was perfect enough. But I will say WWE, I think, has done a fantastic job making AAA feel just as important as WWE. And honestly, I've been a big fan of it. They're doing a great job establishing their AAA guys, and they're getting comfortable with the WWE crowd, which is a good thing. And honestly, even AEW, what they're doing with CMLL, I love that both of these promotions, WWE and AEW, are giving Mexican wrestling the spotlight it deserves. Because I've been really enjoying these CMLL highlights that I watch, and even the AAA stuff. I love that we're getting more of this on American television. And WWE has done a great job in this partnership, and I hope it continues going in the positive direction.
Same here.
Found a way to use Kaiser. Dude, he definitely stole that character. They're never giving that friggin' Americano character back to Chad Gable anymore after this weekend.
I think so.
Kaiser has killed the role.
Now let's wait for fucking Kaiser to come back and start killing his own role.
I would love to see that. And if there's one thing he's proven, that he can turn shit into salad.
Yep.
But moving on now to our next topic here. Chris Jericho. We got some news on Jericho. Recently, Jericho liked the post on social media teasing a possible WWE return once his AEW contract is up at the end of the year. According to Fightful, WWE sources said that Chris Jericho's name hasn't come up whatsoever around the creative process. So if conversations have happened regarding him internally, it wasn't in that department. There are certain talent who have been speculating about his possible return, and higher ups say that Jericho remains on good terms with WWE.
Yep.
One source in the company called the situation far too early to tell because WWE doesn't seem sure what Jericho's status will be in the coming months. So now from AEW side of it, Jericho is signed with AEW through 2025 and has a number of months left on his deal. There is no word of any creative directions regarding Jericho and AEW as of late, but also Jericho tends to speak to Tony Khan directly regarding his creative. Now, would you like to see Jericho return back to WWE? Yes or no, and why?
Absolutely. I would love to see a lot of these legends have one more go around with each other, and then also, other talent that they have not. It's always an exciting shakeup to get somebody back that has not been in the same company for a long time that is a household name. So, yeah, I would welcome Chris Jericho back with open arms. The only way I would accept it right off the bat if we're getting saved by Y2J. That is the only way I would accept it if he were going to come back. And I heard the other thing that wasn't mentioned is apparently they're speculating the Rumble.
The Rumble, I was just going to bring that up.
Out in Saudi.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That pop is going to be fucking insane. That is going to be probably the loudest pop you hear in Saudi. That's probably going to be the loudest pop. Chris Jericho is on the same echelons as Steve Austin, The Rock, Hogan I'd put up there too with even his echelons. Fucking Undertaker, he is up there with them. 100%. Love him or hate him, it's true.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see him come back. Sorry.
I gotta definitely agree because I feel like it kind of just fell into place. Like you have it on a silver platter to have Chris Jericho come back in the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. That crowd is always electric, regardless of what's going on. And like the European crowds in general, like I feel like are the best crowds.
Give me Jericho and Punk right now. That'd be fucking awesome, just based on that history, bro. I want that to be one of the first matches. That's
money.
Right. Can you imagine the mic confrontations?
That
shit
would
they're not
be
allowed to say that they want
amazing.
Give it to me.
They're gonna
give
be
it to
edging
me.
The whole fucking crowd. They're gonna edge the whole fucking.
Oh yeah, give it to me. Yes.
Oh my god, dude. That is such a great idea.
Yeah, dude. Jericho
You
and
just
Punk
made
is
the
the
list.
first one, bro. No,
Oh my
listen.
God,
If
please.
Punk is not,
I want
winning
like
the
every
Rumble,
version of Jericho
no,
if he's gonna come back to
Punk
WWE.
is not gonna win the Rumble, Jericho needs to be the one to come in and eliminate him because that will kick.
I'm
off
just
the
saying,
fucking storyline.
dude. Jericho and like WWE, like I hope like if this does happen, we get
Number
every
30.
version of Y2J because he is towards the end of his career. So I
Number
want to see
30.
the list. I want to see the whole save us.
Bro,
I want to see all of it.
Perfect booking for the Rumble. Everybody's out. It's down to fucking CM Punk and one other person. CM Punk eliminates the last guy. We're down to number 30 and him, and he is the final one in the ring. Jericho
Break
comes
the
out fresh.
walls down.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
tell me
Pop!
that wouldn't be a massive pop. And dude, just to have them in the ring so there is no distraction and we know the history with the whole all-out scrum, bro, or the all-in scrum, so we know, bro. We know. And if you know, you know. So that would be a massive fucking start at the Rumble to start their fucking rivalry, especially because there's nobody else around. You have nobody to blame but yourself for going over that rope. So yeah, give it to me. Give it to me.
I was gonna suggest
That's how I would book the Royal Rumble.
And then AJ Styles came to mind too.
Oh, for the
for
Rumble?
one of his first feuds.
Oh,
no,
for
just
Jericho.
in general. It was one of his first feuds when Chris Jericho comes
back
back.
soon, Jericho and Kevin. So much possibilities. I always say this. Timing is everything. Royal Rumble 2026, Chris Jericho needs to come back to the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not discrediting what he's done with AEW because that's the first thing I want to acknowledge. Jericho really put AEW on the map because when they first got their TV deal, pretty much Jericho was the household name.
Anchor. He was the
He
anchor
was
of
the
that
very
ship.
first AEW World Champion. But that's the thing about pro wrestling.
One would say he's
timing
the
is
pillar.
everything, and Jericho's time with AEW
is over.
has come to an end. He's
been there
done
since the
everything
start.
he could. He's reached his ceiling. AEW is going in this new direction, focusing more on the pro wrestling side of it, and Jericho's more of a sports entertainer. And the younger stars, exactly.
They've been really putting over the younger stars heavy, and I've been loving that aspect of AEW. That's something that has improved hellaciously.
But that's the thing.
Talent.
But that's the thing. Jericho has done everything
He's
he
done it
could for AEW, and I think that he is towards the end of his career, and I think it's time, because obviously Tony Khan has close relationships with the people that he's worked with, especially day ones.
Yeah.
But I think that Tony Khan even knows that Jericho has done everything in AEW, and it's time to do something new, because Jericho is one of those guys, real quick. Jericho is one of those guys who needs a change of scenery after a while. He becomes repetitive.
I'm actually going to go
and he is somebody that goes out and reinvents himself, and he has some of the greatest returns, debuts of all time. And that's why he needs to come to WWE back in 2026.
I'm actually going to disagree with you about the reinvention thing. He doesn't have to reinvent shit. If anything, I think...
No, but I'm not saying... No, but I'm not...
Hold the fuck up.
But I'm not saying he needs to reinvent himself.
Hold up. I think Jericho has trained everybody that he can train, and the dudes that are left in AEW fit the others he hasn't trained yet mold better than him. So there really isn't anything left for him to do. He's done it all, won it all, faced it all. It's just time to come home. After a while, you go back to where you started, and nothing's wrong with that. The only difference I would require for his return, chop the hair. Bring back the 07 Y2J look. If you really want to make a statement, reinvent yourself that way. Bring the nostalgia back, because you're coming back for one last ride.
But what I'm trying to say is with like the reinvention, what I'm trying to say is about the reinvention. I'm not saying Jericho needs to do that, because obviously he is at the end of his career, but I'm saying he's one of the greatest to ever reinvent himself.
Oh, absolutely.
And his debuts and his returns. Nobody is on the level of Jericho when it comes to that. And that's why, like I'm saying, with AEW, he's done everything he could. And that's why, like, Jericho's one of those guys. He needs a change of scenery after a while. And I think right now, just having that final run in WWE, like maybe a little farewell thing in 2026, would be a perfect chapter to the end of Jericho's Hall of Fame career.
Do you think that he should come out with Judas first, and then, as you said, go as he's like retiring, have him go through all of the versions of Jericho with Break the Walls and shit later?
I want
come back as
every
Jericho,
side of Jericho,
including Fozzy. Like, I need Judas to be the song he comes out to first, not Break the Walls. Everybody knows it, I guess.
Honestly, Enemy would be cool. Him coming out to Enemy.
I just want the same feeling I got when Cody came over. Like, he came over the whole package. He was in AEW. Like, there was no change to it. Like, I want that for Jericho, and then to find himself again in WWE by going back to his old personas. Like, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Jericho back to WWE all day.
And real quick, Angelo here makes a pretty good point. It's crazy because at one point people said he has done everything in WWE and he left, but now he has done everything in AEW and he might come back. You know, here's why. A lot of us thought Jericho did do everything in WWE, but then he went over to AEW and he did more for his career.
Yeah.
And now we're getting towards the end of Jericho's career. He's been in the business for 30 plus years. And what better place than to come home to end his great career?
And also, he hasn't accomplished everything in WWE. If you really think about it, you know, new people come through, new ways of doing things come through, new connections like TKO and ESPN are made. Like, Jericho hasn't done those things. Like, you know, there's other opportunities that he can still do while under the WWE flagship that he couldn't do before. So he is coming to a whole new home and experience. So in a way, there's still a lot to do, even in the last run. So I'd be remiss if he re-signed with AEW, and not just because it's the competition, but he deserves to end his career on the biggest stage of them all.
Hey, Ben.
I believe is WrestleMania.
It's coming. This is coming from an AEW fan. Jericho needs to go to WWE.
Yes.
Like, he's done everything in AEW, and I think him going over to WWE is not one of those situations like other people leaving. Because Jericho...
You know it's the end.
It's a perfect ending to
a beautiful book.
A beautiful story.
Yep, we're closing the chapter where it all started.
And I'm sure Adam Copeland and Christian Cage, it's gonna happen eventually.
Yes.
They're not done yet.
No. Fuck no. Edge got a second win. Yeah, he got a second win, man. So like I believe that the best things could happen very soon. So
and that's the thing too. Even like the hardcore stuff that Edge is doing right now at AEW is Adam Copeland. Like he is bringing this other side of him that we didn't get to see in WWE. So maybe when his contract does run up or he does AEW for a couple of more years, maybe he will decide like maybe there is something left in WWE where like he's not fully satisfied. Everybody eventually comes home to end their careers. We saw it with Kurt Angle. We've saw it with so many people. Shawn Michaels, because we thought his career was going to be over, but then he came back.
That's understandable.
But man, honestly, like I do hope it happens because Jericho, it needs to. Yeah. I think we're all in agreement.
I was gonna say before you guys were on a roll earlier, you know how like wrestlers put little teasers in show after show after show, like little like what's it called? Quick images. Or little promos.
Like a teaser,
4 or 5 second.
Yeah, vignette.
Yeah. So Chris Jericho came out around the 2000s as Y2J
Joey,
because his name is Chris Jericho. He comes back to WWE in 2026. So have like a 3 or 4 second video of the like letters, you know, with the walls. Has it go Y26.
Oh, there's so much they can do. And all I know is Jericho is a genius. You already know he's probably thinking about like how he's going to do his return.
Oh, yeah.
Triple H is going to be mind blown when he hears Jericho's idea. And it's going to be something huge, but we're going to have to wait.
They need to get on board with this. They need to get on board with this now because if it's going to be one of the worst kept rumors if it's actually going to happen. Let's be honest. Like, it's just going to be like fucking
like Edge.
Penta debuting or Edge. Yeah. So with Triple H and Chris Jericho working together, they could market the shit out of it coming from a marketing major, just popping that like in my head with the Y26 because he's coming back in 2026, making a last WWE return at the Royal Rumble. Regardless, he's going to get a big pop in Saudi Arabia. That would just sell
because he's over.
A lot more tickets, knowing for sure that he's going to show up.
Hey, Ben, I got a perfect segue here. Read this comment.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Nice. Let's
go. Putting you on the spot.
Gotcha. Yeah. Break the walls down. Sorry.
And we got your cat in the background.
Yep. Oh, shit.
All right, well, that was a good segue. I was hoping you were going to be a little louder, but that's okay.
I got you, bro.
All right, well, we do have some quick AEW contract news that I'll go over real quick, and then we'll get into our final weekly news and rumors. Since I'm a little more familiar with these guys, so I'll try to make this quick because I know we all want to talk about the WrestlePalooza. So here we go. We got some more AEW contract news. AEW star Kota Ibushi revealed that he signed a new 2-year deal with AEW. According to Fightful, Hook re-signed a multi-year deal with AEW at some point in 2024. And former TNA star Ace Austin was at AEW Collision tapings last Saturday, and Tony Khan announced that Ace Austin is all elite. So I will give my thoughts on this real quick because I know you guys aren't too familiar with these names. Kota Ibushi, New Japan Pro Wrestling legend. I wish I can say more about him, but Ricky Knows Best isn't here to do that. Hook resigning.
Did the headbutt around the world? Yeah, he almost died from that headbutt. Yeah, he's fucking incredible.
Yep. Well, AEW has re-signed him to a multi-year deal.
That's awesome.
So we might be getting some tag matches with Kenny Omega, the Golden Lovers.
Let's go.
But with Hook re-signing, multi-year deal with AEW, not surprised by that because for a second when he had all that momentum with AEW Rampage and he was doing that little undefeated streak, I thought like once the contract was up, he was going to go to WWE. But I think we're starting to see a pattern here when it comes to these stars because WWE right now is oversaturated with talent from tag teams to mid cards to main events to even their developmental and NXT being considered a third brand. Even their women's division is stacked. So Hook re-signing with AEW, honestly, not a bad move in my opinion, because I think that he's still very young. Probably with this multi-year deal, he's going to do more. And then once his contract's up, I think eventually he will go to WWE when it's not as saturated.
Hell yeah. That'll be sick.
And they did put a little teaser of his return, a little vignette last Wednesday on Dynamite, which was pretty cool.
Cool.
With Hook. But now I do want to talk about Ace Austin real quick, because he is a former TNA X Division champion, former tag team champ with Chris Bay, who had that unfortunate injury in TNA. I love this move. Ace Austin needs to be on a bigger show. And if it's not going to be WWE, honestly, I'm excited for him to be in AEW. And
Still
one of the
national
big
champion.
reasons I'm excited, because he was a former Bullet Club guy. And we do have the Bullet Club Gold, the Bang Bang Gang, Jay White, Juice Robinson, and the Ass Boys. So honestly, I would love to have him be a part of that.
The Ass Boys, I love it.
So honestly, I'm really happy with the Ace Austin signing, and I think that these are good re-signings for the most part.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, well, moving on now to our last We Are Wrestling weekly news and rumors topic. According to, well, actually, this is the script earlier, because literally 20 minutes before we went live, it's official. WWE is going to be having a PLE on September 20th called WrestlePalooza, which is an old ECW pay-per-view name in Indianapolis, and it will be going against AEW All Out. There was rumors. We talked about it a couple weeks ago on the show. It's official now. What's your guys' thoughts on this?
Cool. I don't care for the name. I think it's honestly lazy as fuck, if I'm being real. I feel like when they joined TKO, they got fucking super lukewarm on their naming shit too. It's basically kind of what we thought Bad Blood was going to be, but it's WrestlePalooza now. John Cena and fucking Brock are going at it. Cody and Drew are going at it. So that's all we know so far, and it's going to be lit. I really have no expectations right now because the card is not built yet.
Well, it is rumored to be Brock versus John and Drew versus Cody. Not 100% confirmed.
Oh, okay.
But it is looking like it's going to be that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Dan Eddy?
I think it is great. I feel like if they don't have Pat McAfee in a match somehow, then they drop the ball on that one.
Yeah, I got you.
Because it is in Indianapolis. So something crazy's got to happen with him. He's probably, he could probably do like a ladder match or something crazy. Just like a random match. I don't know. That was just an idea. I'm excited for it. It'd be kind of cool. Going back to the ECW days.
I will say, honestly, would have preferred Bad Blood. I think Bad Blood's still in October. I think that's why we're not getting it in September. So patience.
I think
patience, my friend.
Gotcha.
I'm not a fan of the name WrestlePalooza. I don't know. I think it's kind of, I don't know, cringe, a little bit cringy. But them having John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and Drew and Cody, that's going to be pretty good headline matches to go against AEW All Out. I'm not going to repeat myself. If you know how I feel about WWE counter-programming AEW shows. Not a big fan of it. But this will get people to watch over there, and it is what it is. Nothing more I can say.
What do you hate more? WWE...
Wait,
repeat that
what was
whole
that?
thing again.
Yeah, you're talking like a robot for a second.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was asking, what do you hate more? WWE competing against AEW with PLEs or Alicia Taylor?
Both of them.
Honestly, I hate more WWE competing against AEW with the freaking same freaking PLE dates and stuff.
Primed with Alicia Taylor.
Because this is how I feel about it, Dan Eddy, and I'll just try to keep this like less than a minute because I'm a broken record here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love doing these watch-alongs with the We Are Wrestling Maniacs. WWE having the same date as AEW when it comes to a pay-per-view or premier live event means that's one less watch along I get to do with my people, because there's people that love the AEW watch alongs, but there's also people that love the WWE stuff. So now I feel divided. It's like I have to pick and choose, and I don't like that. It's good business because it's going to get people to watch, but just for a personal standpoint, I don't like it.
Yeah, I got you, man. It's hard to keep track of both at the same time, so you're losing somewhere.
Exactly. And we are still going to be talking a little bit more behind the scenes, guys, and we're going to figure something out for September 20th. I'm sure I'll probably do the AEW All Out watch along, and Ben will probably do the WrestlePalooza watch along, but we'll talk more about it behind the scenes.
If it ever were to come to a head, obviously I know that they're both in different parts of the year, but if you were in a predicament where you had to choose between All In or fucking WrestleMania, which one you watching, son? Which one you watching, son? If they were to ever book them in the same weekend, which one you watching?
All right. The fans might want to put me through the door when I say this. Call me a psycho. I'm picking AEW All In over WrestleMania.
I knew it. Yep.
I think he's definitely the scrote with the most that you were talking about, Eric, because that's some scrote ass shit.
I'm sorry, but AEW, they don't miss when it comes to these pay-per-views.
That's ballsy,
especially All In. All In brings me back to when I was a kid watching WrestleMania 21. That is how much I love.
You're trying to see the skewers in the forehead again.
I actually, if we were gonna go with either All In next year or WrestleMania next year, given that WrestleMania is in Las Vegas again, that made me kind of lean towards All In. So I'm kind of there with you with Donnie, but
dude,
I'll still choose WrestleMania. But
man, the AEW pay-per-views are so good. That's the one thing they have.
Oh, I agree. I just hated how WWE is having it at Vegas again next year. But in general, I probably choose WrestleMania.
And that's the thing. I think people are afraid to have this conversation. What was better in 2025, AEW All In or WrestleMania?
What's up? 2025?
Why am I keep clicking?
AEW All In was
I don't know because I didn't watch it. I don't know. Was the worst one, but 2023.
I would have to say All In for 2025.
I do want to. This is a good comment. I have to choose between picking my nose and my ass all day. You'll get used to it. All In, probably, James, you understand because you watch both. I think if you watch both, you would understand where I'm coming from. But it is WrestleMania, so I also understand from like your guys' perspective on that.
Yeah,
but that's a great question, and we're definitely gonna have to clip that into a short.
That, and we also have to have like an actual discussion as to why, like a detailed, like even if it's like an extra that's like 10 minutes, like
that'd be a fun extra. I'd be down for that.
We could film that one in person and do like
in person. I was just gonna say we need some more in person content.
We can have some like, debates on like a really good camera instead of a fucking webcam.
Yeah, Jungle Boy Jordan in there. We can get money. We can get all
Jungle Boy Jordan, but no, it'll be so chaotic. We need to keep.
Oh yeah, you won't even be able to get to say what you have to say because he'll talk like this.
Right, I'll be right back. I have to go grab something, but you guys keep talking to the crowd and everything.
All right, well, we will do that. We'll let you do what you got to do real quick. All right, well, Dan.
Let's do it.
And James asked, did you talk about TNA yet? Not yet, because that is our main event topic. And James, I did wear my TNA shirt I got at Slammiversary just for this main event topic. I'm excited. Which I will give you guys a little preview on the main event topic, because there is going to be like a few discussions about this main event topic, because there's a lot to dive into when it comes to WWE wanting to make TNA the second promotion, wanting to take AEW out of business, according to Dave Meltzer. There's a lot that we're going to be diving into when we get to that main event topic. But we did all our weekly news and rumors. We're just waiting on Rage real quick for the Getting Put Over segment, which, I cannot wait. We're getting down to the end of the summer, though, so we're going to be getting back to normal pretty soon.
I can't wait for it either. Donnie, I'm curious what your opinion is in Angelo's comments. Is All In 2025 for me was the worst one out of.
Wait, where's that comment? Oh, I see it right here.
Up a little bit. Do you agree with that? Because I think the 2025 one was like amazing.
It's so hard because they're so good. I can't even rank the shows. I think the first one, the main event with MJF and Adam Cole, nothing beat that. But there's really not a worse one because they were so good. They're
I did hear about
so
that
good.
one.
They're so good. Like I really
So
just
good.
enjoy them.
So good.
I can't rank it. So good. So good. But I might as well plug our next prediction title match, which will be next week's episode of the We Are Wrestling podcast for Clash in Paris. We will be doing our full predictions next week on the show. And it's going to be the old format, so whoever does have the most points wins.
Thank God.
Why are you saying thank God? I whooped your ass last time, even when it wasn't a stipulation.
You lost by one prediction.
I won, actually.
You won by one prediction.
Dan Eddy, I'm sorry, but I know I'm shipping you some We Are Wrestling swag later this week, and it will not be this, though.
Can I just have like a miniature one, just to hold?
I'll get you like a fake one. There you go. It's like one of those like toy ones you can get like Walmart or Target.
Just want to hold it.
One of those little slap bracelets that you have in the titles.
Like in the 90s, yeah.
All right, well, with that,
he has
now
one
that
of every single title.
Well, with that being said, let's now get into the We Are Wrestling podcast Getting Put Over segment, where every week we alternate. We pick one past, present, or future professional wrestler, and we put them over. We took a little break last couple weeks, but it was my turn, and I decided let's put over WWE legend Victoria. And yeah, this is going to be a fun one. So if this is your first time ever listening to a Getting Put Over segment, we ask you guys a couple simple questions if you want to hang around. Favorite title run, favorite match, favorite segment, favorite year, favorite rivalry, and a what-if scenario. So that's how we do it with our format for the Getting Put Over. But we always have to start off with the accolades, and Victoria does have some. So here we go. Should be a Hall of Famer. Absolutely 1,000% agree. And starting off, she was a part of the Fitness America series, which was back in the late 90s. She won first place in 1997 in bodybuilding, and she also was a runner-up in 1998. Victoria is a two-time WWE Women's Champion. She is also the PWI Female Wrestler of the Year in 2004. A one-time TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champion with Brooke Tessmacher. And also a 5-time TNA Knockouts champion. So now let's get into our favorite title run of hers.
So my favorite title run, I'm going to go with her second world title run in 2004. That felt special because she had already been like around and about, and this one felt more authentic, I guess, or organic. Like it didn't feel like, oh, it's just another, whatever, but it felt big. It felt really, really big because I remember I actually saw this live when she won it, and it was random, and I caught it, and it was actually one of those times where I'm like, holy shit, like women's wrestling is kind of fucking moving, because like they were on the cusp of like doing what they're doing nowadays, but they never got there. They went into like the sexy direction, and this was like one of the last good memories I had of competitive sports for the women back in the day.
Shout out to Fit Finley.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
But that's why it was big for me.
And also, too, like, that's the thing about, like, this title run for her. Because the first title run, like, she won the championship pretty quick. So,
Yeah,
this one, it felt like she kind of, like, earned the title.
She fucking definitely earned the title, and then her defenses after that were great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you got, Dan?
Yeah, that's kind of why I was debating between the two of them. You went with the second one, so I kind of went with the first one, but I do agree with what you guys were saying before. I went with the first one because, like, simply it was her longest title reign. She did get it quite easily, but I think the matches that she did to defend it were a lot more creative than just the simple 1v1 PLE match, blah, 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 blah. I did have it up earlier, but she had matches like a Chicago street fight, some hardcore matches, and I believe there was like a fatal four-way. But it was just a lot more of a creative way of her defending her title.
I think the first title reign or the second title reign is when she was an established Victoria and she found herself at that point. Like she knew who Victoria was. And I think that's why the second one was well earned, where the first one was well defended, because they really kind of threw her to the sharks there for the first one. So I get what you mean.
Yep.
And that's the thing too. Like a lot of people think that like the women's revolution, a lot of these matches first time was during that time. But in Ruthless Aggression, Victoria was actually in the very first steel cage match for women.
Oh, that's right.
Ever. When she went against Lita. And I think that was like the Raw like wheel. It was like Raw Roulette or something. But my favorite title run, I had to go with her second run as women's champion because she just put on great matches. This is when I felt like she was like in her prime. And she was definitely like a well-established star, very over with the crowd. And like even her like winning the championship going against Molly Holly and their little rivalry there. Like I really enjoyed this run for her. And she had the title for a little bit. Getting into our favorite match.
Trish Stratus and Victoria street fight for the title in 03, bro. The fuck? That shit was incredible. Genuinely incredible. Like this is actually one of the matches of Trish's also that live like rent free in my mind. Like this one genuinely felt great. This one was cool. This one was really cool. This one particularly reminds me of the matches today when there's actual higher stakes and there's something, you know, at the balance. This was one of the first memories I had of it because obviously predominantly my whole fucking wrestling interest relied on the men. This is actually the first time I was actually this may have been the first time I was actually exposed to like women in the contact sport where I'm like, wait, they do this too?
Oh, they're more than just a bikini contest and
yeah,
I didn't even know that at the time. You know, like I was
eggnog wrestling
on wrestling, yeah. So like this was like one of my first fucking memories of like what they could actually do. So this one like stays in my head rent free, and we got good old Charles Robinson being the officiator for it, or the ref for it rather. Official.
Same hairstyle.
Looking shook.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I went with the same one too, the Chicago Street Fight in 2003, because I was looking back at the matches that she did have when I was working on my part for this segment, and I was rewatching that match, and I was just in awe the entire time. And the amount of trash can lid spots was unbelievable, and they kind of utilized every single weapon. It's one of those. You just kind of have to sit and admire, not because it's hot female wrestlers, but like just the wrestling side of it. Because they pulled it out, and they did great. Like, it was just amazing.
Eric here makes a great point. This is when the women were just starting to heat up. Yeah, they started to get a little bit more free reigns, like with the creative control and like having a little bit longer matches. And then they like went right back to diva stuff like a couple years later. But during this time, there were some underrated gem matches that like I highly recommend you guys go friggin' on the internet and look for. Yeah. Obviously, this is like my favorite match as well, but I did want to pick a different answer to kind of show. I had to go with second place here. And that was the Backlash, her full match in 04 against Lita.
Hell yeah, dude. That match was fucking great. That was a title match too, right?
Yep, that was one of her first title defenses as women's champ.
Yeah, and she retained.
Just a fun match. Like you got all the cool spots. Just a good old school wrestling match here, and I really enjoyed it. Favorite segment?
I went with the Royal Rumble 06 segment when they were like showing each other like their tattoos and stuff, and it was actually the first time I actually considered Victoria to be like sexy. That was like the first time my little heart got a little hard on. So I was just like, damn, okay, because I always saw Victoria as like almost as like another China in a way. Like she was very like she radiated a lot of like strong energy, and that was very intimidating for a kid like me at the time. But when we got to this Royal Rumble is when I'm like, damn. Like,
don't bother me. I'm watching wrestling.
So that because she didn't really have a lot of like interesting segments, but that one stood out to me because I remember Christy Hemme and Tori Wilson were like the face of like like the sexy era. Victoria was the standout for me, and I'm like, whoa, Victoria's back here, and then she was like, oh, here, Vince, check out my tattoo. And she like bent over, and it was a tramp stamp of the WWE symbol. I'm like, it's so fake, but I was like, damn.
Oh, that's not That's not Christy Hemme in there. That's Candice Michelle.
Oh, that's Candice Michelle. Oh, I thought that was Christy Hemme for a second there. Whoops, my bad. But anyways, yeah, I knew. But oh yeah, that's the GoDaddy chick, right? She does that.
Even James, James saw it right away.
It's like Candice Michelle.
Candice Michelle.
Yeah, she got something. Yeah. But yeah, that was like the one time where I'm like, whoa. So I don't know. That was just like special to me because it's the one that stood out.
What do you got, Dan?
I got the backstage segment with what did I do notes here? With Christy Hemme, where she was talking to some backstage reporter, and she was talking about how Victoria's becoming like this bitch, and she goes on and on about, few 10, 15 seconds later, Victoria just comes up from behind and smashes Christy Hemme's in the back of the head with a vase. Cut in the back of the head, bleeding all over, as you can see in the YouTube video.
Great visual.
It's just like, yeah, I am a bitch. And I was like, yes, you are. I will do the dishes. I'll be right back. And I'm like, damn, okay. That is what we are watching right now with women's wrestling. And I feel like that was a great moment, because if you think about, women wrestling back in the day, a lot of people just think of the divas, like how I mentioned earlier, with the bra and panties matches and the bikini contests and, the fucking eggnog match with Stacy Keibler. I picked that as my favorite match for somebody. Yeah. So like people think of that, but when they find these gems of backstage moments with like this, I was like, damn, I totally forgot about that. But then I realized, I was like, oh yeah.
Classic work, played to perfection.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. And real quick, before I do share mine, just want to put a disclaimer. Let's try to keep, like I see you guys in the live chat, let's try to keep this a little bit more PG in a way with some of the comments, all right?
I don't think that's PG, bro.
Oh, I was like, what's happening?
No, I just want to put a little disclaimer there for the chat. Yeah. All right, well, here's my favorite segment, and it actually does involve Christy Hemme, was the heel turn for Victoria during this time. So this is when, like, the Diva Search, like, they found the winner and all that. And Victoria, she, man, one of the best finishers, by the way. I want to put that over.
Yeah.
Her finisher, incredible.
Yep. And it was cool that Bayley got her fucking blessing to do it. That was cool.
And just a really cool heel turn. For me, I've always enjoyed Victoria better as a heel than a face, because she's always had the attitude.
Facts.
And always got behind it.
Yeah, she's a perfect heel. I'm bred for it.
All right, well, let's get into our favorite year.
2004. 100% 2004. Like, that was her peak. Like, her shoulder said it all, bro. That was 100% her peak. Like, she was the Victoria during this year. Like, this is the Victoria I remember when I was intimidated. So, this one was, I would say, like, 04 for her WWE career was, like, her year. Like, that was, like, the era of Victoria. That and 03.
She was the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Female Wrestler of the Year in 04 too.
She blew up there, man. Like, this year is what keeps her so great.
She was over.
As fuck.
What do you got, Dan?
So I went with 2008 because I wasn't a huge fan of her as Tara in TNA. She had some great matches, and I was watching them back, and I picked 2004 originally because I thought that was the last year she was in WWE, but that was actually her last title run in WWE, mistakenly. So 2008, I would probably say my favorite year. But 2004 is probably up there too as well, because that was one of her greatest title reigns too, like Rachel was saying.
Hell yeah. So here's what I got here. I had to go with 2003, like 2002, around that time when she was with Stevie Richards, because I thought, like, she had lots of character, and, like, around this time, I did love the pairing of the two, and Victoria had character. Like, she wasn't like all the other divas during around the time, and they even gave her, like, lots of, like, special matches. Like, she had that street fight with Trish Stratus. She had the steel cage match with Lita. So there was so much going on. And I just really enjoyed her 2003 run with Stevie. I thought they had great chemistry, and I thought they could have done a lot more with the two. But now let's get into our favorite rivalry.
100% Lita and Trish. 100%. Those were her fucking pillars of her career. That was the best shit, at least for me, because again, I wasn't really into Tara as much as I was Victoria, and every time she popped back on WWE screens, I was hype. But I would say that Lita and Trish for sure, because she had the best matches with them.
Hell yeah.
I have to agree, because I think her and Trish Stratus were just like the bread and butter, and her and who else? I also put Molly Holly because they had some good matches. And yeah, wow, I forgot about that segment with her shaving hair.
Well, this is after a match. You're welcome.
I totally forgot about that. And then yeah, like what Rachel was saying with Lita too as well, just because Victoria and Lita were like as a little kid, yeah, because Lita's always my favorite wrestler. So,
all right, well, my favorite rivalry, I had to go with TNA, her and Mickie James when she was Tara. I thought that they did a great job with this long-term storytelling, and their matches were really good. The segments of like their attack, like the attacks, like when Mickie James had her concert here, performing Hardcore Country, her attacking her during that, just all over the Impact Zone. Like they've had so many different matches throughout their run, and like it was a legitimate rivalry for that #1 spot. So I don't know. I really enjoyed Tara a lot, and that's why I wanted to go with one of her rivalries in TNA.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into our what if scenario.
What if Prime Victoria and today's Rhea Ripley had a lasting championship feud from Royal Rumble all the way to Mania and built a whole killer story? Because if you really think about it, Rhea's just a mix of Victoria and Chyna, if you really think about it, and a little bit of Lita.
That is true.
So
that is a pretty good comparison.
So to kind of see like where today's and yesterday's kind of reside would be a really cool match if they were both at the prime, and a really cool rivalry like spanning months.
And they also, and that's the thing too. Like they both also like with their characters. Like I know when Rio was with Dirty Dom, like she always used like the tongue. Same thing with Victoria. She would always use the tongue to like intimidate her opponents.
I'm getting hypothetical. Yeah, I'm getting hypothetical with this one. Yeah, this is something that I absolutely would love to see.
I think a lot of us would as well.
That'd be a great match too to watch. Yeah. So my biggest what if was if she stayed in WWE and never went to TNA as Tara. Like I understand that they had some good feuds with Mickie James and some great matches in TNA. But she requested to leave WWE even though she still had 2 years remaining on her contract, and she wasn't really that happy with the storylines that were provided to her.
She looks pretty happy here, Dan.
Well, that's what she was saying in her interview. So, I mean, the truth comes out eventually. But she does look, she's having a good time there, and I'm having a good time looking at that picture. And I think if she didn't feel like she was properly used, then why would she stay in WWE? But
yeah, she was definitely not happy around this time because this is when they kind of got away from the good wrestling, and it was just all about bikini contests. Like her, look at her, she's wearing freaking buoys and freaking goggles in the ring.
They kind of went in a different direction, sort of like how
different direction.
We were saying with we were saying that before with somebody. I think it was with Chris Jericho. The AEW was going in a different direction. So I feel like her time has come.
I felt like her time. I felt like her going to TNA was definitely it was perfect timing. With her.
Oh yeah,
it needed to happen. But I will say,
if she was with WWE this whole time, imagine if she did have that feud with Rhea Ripley eventually, or continue the feuds with the Bella Twins, if maybe.
Yeah, but during that time, they weren't getting out of the diva direction, so I think she made the right call going to TNA. But what if they did take it more serious around that time? I think that's a what if with a lot of the divas during that era. But for me, here's my what if. what if we got parts of Tara in
Hello.
Victoria in the WWE? Like, for example, like, because it felt like after the heel turn on the Raw brand, she kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit. I know she did have like a on-screen role with Tori Wilson and Candice Michelle, but they weren't really doing anything. Like, imagine like she came out in like the motorcycle. Like, I thought that was a really cool thing she did in TNA. Also, like being taken more serious, like she was in like 2002 and like 2003. Like, I think about that as like a what if scenario, because during like the time in TNA, like her booking could have been a lot better, but like there were some things like with her character work that I wish that they gave it a shot in WWE.
Yeah. And I feel like those were some of the storylines that she was happily ready to use in TNA because they were kind of shutting her down in WWE when she brought them up to them.
Exactly.
So I feel like she was a lot more motivated to do them in TNA and prove to WWE that she could do it.
Oh, absolutely. James here says it best. Then she would have been the face of the women's division in that era. Absolutely. But guys, that is it for our Getting Put Over segment. And Victoria is going to be a WWE Hall of Famer someday. Hopefully, it's a lot sooner rather than later. But we're getting down to the wire here. This was my last woman's pick. So now, Ben, it is your turn.
Oh,
who are we putting over next week?
Let's do. Trying to think of women we have not put over yet.
Oh, don't worry, James. I definitely want to put over Matt Morgan someday. That's a good one, Eric.
I can't because there's a lot of sadness that comes with it, and I would want to discuss the whole thing. So,
Agreed.
It's something to debate, but I would, but there's a lot that comes with that, and I'd have to unpack all of it.
I thought we already did Mickey James.
Did Mickey James already?
Yeah, we did Mickey James already.
I feel like we did that when I was on the podcast.
Yeah, I think we are going to be re-uploading a lot of these Getting Put Overs like on the channel pretty soon.
Sure.
But I'm sure we done her.
Let's put over Melina Perez.
I like that. Melina. Okay, another
over
Ruthless
Melina
Aggression
Perez.
legend.
Yep.
All right, not bad. So next week for our Getting Put Over, looks like we're going to be putting over Melina. And then after next week's, Dan, you get to end the finale with women getting put overs. And then we're going to get back to our normal format and we'll just
include the men too.
Include the men. And we'll even start letting fans like vote too. We'll do some new stuff for the Getting Put Over.
We should do not Power of the Polls. We should do separate polls for that too some days. Like who
I think we're gonna have
power
to
maybe
because we alternate every week. So maybe like the fourth week we let the fans pick. We do a vote.
That'd be sick.
At the end of the month or at the beginning of the month, yeah.
So then we could put over to people that you guys are always mentioning here in the chat, like Miss Elizabeth, Matt Morgan, all of these names that we're seeing here. All right, well, with that being said, you guys are all here for one thing and one thing only, and that is the We Are Wrestling Podcast main event topic. And there's a lot to talk about here. I'm even wearing my TNA shirt for this episode. And, oh yeah, we're going to talk about all of it because there's a lot to talk about here. TNA Wrestling, Impact versus AEW Wrestling, Dynamite. And we're going to get into that in just a moment, but there's a few things that we do need to talk about beforehand. So here we go. WWE reportedly wants to make sure that AEW doesn't get another TV deal and that TNA becomes the second biggest company. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Meltzer said this, and I quote, "They, WWE, really want TNA to become the other promotion because they can control TNA. And this is a major full court press. They just want this guy, Tony Khan, out of the box. And they know that if the numbers stay good, that he's going to get a renewal and at much bigger numbers, just like they did recently, and a number that will make him increase. It's also very profitable. The numbers will make him incredibly profitable, and they'll never get away with him, away from him or anything like that. So they feel like that they need to make sure that this is the last contract. Also, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE has an option for a certain length of time to buy TNA. It's not known if the price was worked out as part of the deal, only that with the European promotions in the past, the price was laid out at the start of the deal. The explanation was WWE also has the right to first refusal to match any other offer from TNA. Pretty much restricted. So let's say Tony Khan decides he wants to buy TNA, WWE will have the option to match any offer given. So with that news, before we get into the TNA versus AEW stuff, what's your thoughts on this?
Petty. No, I would love that. I mean, they kind of agreed that, their number one spot's never going anywhere, so might as well fight for number two. It's kind of just interesting now. It is genuinely interesting because if TNA can get a solid TV deal, that's going to be a fun little thing to watch because you're genuinely going to see a growth of what is already a massive company, but on now a global scale. You're going to see these people more, and people that have not had the opportunity to be able to watch TNA on a weekly basis are about to find a whole new scheduled programming that they might honestly start to prefer more than AEW now, because now it became an alternative. It became an option. So I think it's petty, but at the same time, I think it's beautiful because now we have multiple people in the runnings. It's cool. It's cool to think about.
And before you give your thoughts, Dan, on this, TNA has not had a big television deal since Spike TV.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Going back to 2005.
Damn, 20 years ago. I think it's still petty as fuck as well, and I agree with Rage because to be quite honest, I did not know AAA or TNA was a thing until a few years back, maybe a little bit before COVID. So I didn't even know they were things, and it helped that AEW got a TV deal with where are they with?
With TNT.
They were TNT. So
TBS and TNT.
I had not heard about AEW until they got that TV deal, and now I just see them everywhere on YouTube highlights and stuff. So with the TV deal with TNA would only attract a bigger audience. So yeah, it's just like Rage was saying, it was just basically fighting for number two, and just go for the highest bidder, I guess.
I love this for TNA. I hate that this is WWE doing it because it seems like WWE right now, they're not just satisfied with being the number one wrestling promotion in the entire world, running sports entertainment. They want to run that entire monopoly board. They don't want to give no friggin' properties or anything to AEW or anybody that's not working with them. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, Meltzer, he's delusional, this and that. I think he makes a pretty good case here because WWE is counter-programming them, especially now with their main PLE shows going against AEW.
One question I got to ask you is, are you surprised?
I'm not surprised at all. What the hell? TKO, friggin', of course I'm not surprised at all. It's the WWE. The difference between Triple H and Vince McMahon is Vince McMahon only wanted it to be the WWE.
Yep.
Triple H, on the other hand, he wants to create allies so that he has more people ready to go to war to take out the enemy, which is AEW. So Triple H is just trying to get people together so that it doesn't paint this picture on WWE, even though we could see it. But the casuals, they just see it as a good thing.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Facts.
But I will say this, I do think that I'm really happy though that TNA is starting to get this acknowledgement, but I really hope if they do get this TV deal that we can kind of get away a little bit from this Forbidden Door stuff. Like, I don't mind at times having a TNA guy over on NXT. I don't mind an NXT guy going over to TNA. But, like, I just want to enjoy TNA. Like, if I'm watching TNA, I want to watch total nonstop action. I don't want to watch NXT. If I want to watch NXT, I want to focus on NXT. I kind of miss the developmental stuff we got over there, but we don't get that no more. So, like, I do hope, like, it all does work out for them, but I hate that, like, WWE is out for Tony Khan to not get another TV deal, because I always say this, wrestling as a whole, like, we need Tony Khan to stay in business because it gives talent another ultimatum. And there's so much talented people from the independents that deserve opportunities. So many people just all over the world that deserve a chance. And having AEW, WWE, TNA all on big television screen platforms, we need that.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
All right. Well, now let's get more into like the TV deal stuff and the possible Wednesday Night War. So, according to Sports Illustrated, there's been at least some discussions of TNA moving to a WWE associated network. And the company is even open to shifting from Thursdays to Wednesday nights to go head to head with AEW Dynamite. While it's not directly indicated that the destination would be the CW, it was expressed that the CW's interest in the promotion is legitimate and that some WWE stakeholders would like TNA to be a part of the CW network. Is TNA going to Wednesdays and a possible TV deal a good move or a bad move against AEW?
That's a bad move against AEW, but it's great for everybody else involved, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
I mean, you only have so many days. Thursday will probably be the better choice because aren't they on Thursdays already for TNA?
Right now, they're currently on Thursdays. Yes.
Yeah. Go to Wednesday. Go head to head with AEW, bro. Make people fucking have to make them have to choose. This is what competition is.
Yeah, James took the words out
great.
right in my mouth. Good for competition, bad for business. That's literally what I was about to say.
Oh,
but he does believe they should keep Impact on Thursdays.
Impact. Impact. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the show. That's the show name still. It's still TNA Impact.
TNA Impact.
The company is back to TNA Wrestling.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you really want to go after the number 2 spot underneath WWE, go for it. I mean, AEW is not that big of a powerhouse compared to WWE, but it's still a big enough opponent that TNA may not be able to compete with. So,
who knows?
Well, I might shock everybody when I say this because everybody knows how I feel about WWE counter programming AEW. I have a very strong distaste for it. But honestly, TNA going head to head with AEW on Wednesdays, I actually love this move for TNA Wrestling. And here's why. We already know WWE is the number 1 promotion. That's why NXT going against AEW is just straight pettiness. Because WWE is already number 1. You don't need NXT to go against them. And they ruined Black and Gold because people rather watch AEW Dynamite during that time because it was the new squeaky toy, clean toy. And now with TNA trying to get back that number 2 spot, honestly, if we're going into a weekly television war, this is what I want. Because TNA was the number 2 promotion for years behind the WWE. And then they lost their TV deal. Company almost went out of business. And then that's when AEW came in, got a big offer from Warner Brothers. And there he goes. AEW is the number 2 promotion behind WWE right now. And now with all this buzz, TNA selling out shows and possibly getting up to $10 million television deal, I kind of want to see TNA and AEW go at it. I'm all for it.
Nice.
But premier live events and pay-per-views, let's try to separate those. I don't mind the weekly TV stuff. But is there anything else before we close off this week's episode?
That's a wrap.
All right. That is a wrap. And we will just read this quick comment here by Angelo. It's never good when you have competition on the same day. If Raw had an AEW show to run up against them, they wouldn't lose, but it's not great for business. It isn't, but I think for TNA, they have nothing to lose. So that's why I think it's a good move for TNA. But guys, that is it for this week's episode of the We Are Wrestling podcast. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys for being a part of this. And just a couple things I do want to plug. If you guys haven't checked out the Blitzkrieg Pro Luau vlog, I would go check it out. It's a fun hour-long vlog with so much footage in here, and it's just a great time. One of the best shows we've ever been to. And also, I do have a vlog over on my toy channel, the Best One Donnie channel, going to Boston Fan Expo, getting some more stuff signed by John Cena, and meeting All Ego Ethan Page. But guys, if you enjoyed this week's episode, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac, you are already, and you're listening to this episode wherever you get your podcast. Give us a 5-star review, not just any review, a Best One review, and download the episodes and give us a follow. But if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac, you're already over on the YouTube channel where you can catch these episodes live every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dan Eddy is back full time with Rage and myself. And if you're, damn, I'm botching the ending here. You guys are not Wrestling Maniacs yet already. Subscribe, turn on the post notifications. Best way to grow this channel. And we have more additional content behind the podcast that we do: vlogs, reactions, live watch-alongs for all the PLEs, well, for WWE and AEW. But the link's down in the description box below. You can go follow me over on my social medias and my toy channel. You can go follow Rage over on his social medias, and you can go check out his Twitch channel for live streams. And you can also go support Dan Eddy as well, who's going to be live on Twitch for football. So if you want to go support him on there, all the links down in the description box below. And to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, if you have nothing going on Sunday for Forbidden Door, I will be doing a live watch along. Predictions will be coming out as well tomorrow. We are taking over. Peace.
Bye.